Oye, te hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma.
All right. Test. Okay, perfect. Masters of None, episode 9, officially 9.0, 9.1, because
technical bullshit.
technical bullshit. Yeah, exactly. So you'll never know, but we definitely just filmed 15 minutes of unusable video.
It's absolutely usable. You can dub whatever you want.
Yeah, you know what?
We're gonna have a dub contest.
Yeah.
Take that clip and dub it over and send it back.
The video before this video is just us not talking, but moving our mouths. Take that video and now put some sound over it and send it to us.
It's the Masters of None Kung Fu.
Yes, 100%. That's so fucking funny. One of the, it'd be nice if you could see us, right?
Yeah, they see us now.
Boom.
So, yeah, man. Oh, first of all, shout out to the bitch boy that keeps on thumbs down in our fucking podcast every
Yes,
time.
there's a
You
gentleman.
must have your notifications on, little bitch boy. Every time we go live, you fucking get a little chubby and you go and you fucking give us a thumbs down. Go fuck yourself.
I
man.
want to thank you for giving us engagement and a subscription, you fucking cocksucker.
Yeah. Thumbs down your fucking life.
Yeah.
All right, thumbs down your life, you little creep.
Somebody really
are.
waits for us to post a video.
Yeah, exactly, man. You know, little bitch boy. Anyway,
Okay.
we'll get back to it. So Jake Paul knocked out Nate Robinson. How I feel about it? I wonder if he's awake.
Nate Robinson is still rumored to be laying on the ground like that. They
He
did
absolutely
Jake
is.
they did Nate so dirty on the internet,
And the
bro.
fucking memes,
The memes were
bro. The memes
crazy.
were fire though.
What was your favorite one?
The one that Ray Rod did. You know Ray Rod, the
what was it,
Instagram
though?
account that
What-
does like the superhero shit. You know he does like.
Was it the Toy Story one?
No, it was that when he got cracked, he goes down and then all of a sudden it just cuts to a scene like he edited in a bed and a bedroom. And when Nate goes down, he's in his bed. Like, yo, it's the funniest shit. It's like the cleanest animation. Like it looks so fucking real. It looks like he just laid down on a bed.
Dude.
But he used like the image from the first round when he was down with his gloves like this. So it looks like he just threw himself in his bed.
Like he's laying in bed. Dude, we talk
Hilarious.
about, we say this all the time. The internet remains undefeated. It's the truth, bro.
Yes.
The internet has, oh my God.
There's way too many people. It's such an enormous network that just by chance and probability, there's going to be some hilarity.
Clever motherfuckers
Oh
out
my
there
God, some
that know what they're
sharp-
doing. So we're talking about the Mike Tyson, Roy Jones event where Nate Robinson fought Jake Paul on
No, Nate Robinson got fought.
Nate Robinson got
He was fought.
He was in a fight. He was fought against Jake Paul. If you guys haven't watched it, spoiler alert, Jake Paul puts Nate Robinson down, face down in the second round.
Yeah. He knocked him out cold, but
Knocked him out cold.
yeah, there's really not really much to say other than he just got knocked out. Step
Yeah, he
back
got
right
knocked
hand.
out. And you know what?
He's not trained.
He's not trained long enough. You're talking about a guy who's been trained the last 6 months versus a guy who's been trained the last 3 years. You know, he doesn't have much training either. But compared to this motherfucker,
Yeah.
he's that guy. He's the pro. Now they're looking at Jake like, oh, Jake's a contender. They're looking at Jake.
No, he's not a contender.
Dude, Mike Tyson said that the boxing
They owe the
world
YouTubers.
owe these YouTubers
I
put on
agree.
these events. And I agree with him too.
Bro, the last time I bought a boxing pay-per-view, I think deadass Arturo Gatti was fighting.
I've never
I think Goto might have fought. And it wasn't even me, it was my mom that bought it.
I was just gonna say I never bought a boxing fight, but my parents have,
Yeah.
and damn, did I ever buy one? I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not.
And I buy some stupid shit. These YouTubers
not.
that put out like movies,
Boxing doesn't do it for me, bro. Boxing doesn't do it for me. Paying fucking $80 for 3 fights or something. You kidding me? The UFC fights half the day. You watch a fucking UFC event, you can watch fights from 6 p.m. until like 12 midnight. You know
Forget
what
if they're
that
fighting in Vegas, you'll be watching until 2 a.m.
6, 7, 8 fights, 10 fights. That's fighting. You know, you're talking about that's an event.
Yeah.
But what I did want to touch on, you mentioned earlier on our silent version of this video, the first 15 minutes, we were talking about, you mentioned how they kept talking about Nate Robinson's vertical leap and shit, right? Like,
Yeah, they
shit
kept
that
saying
does
that
not
shit.
have any value in a fight.
Yeah, that was their selling point. They were like, Nate Robinson with a 45-foot vertical leap. I kept saying to myself, why does that fucking matter?
Who gives a fuck if he's got to? So what I want to say is just like, I hope that this like just clarifies things for a lot of people, because a lot of people think athletes can fight. Athletes are fighters. That's just like, they think they're synonymous. They are not the same thing. Like when LeBron James said that crazy shit about Colby Covington,
What did he say about Kobe Covington?
bro, you don't remember when Colby Covington, you know, he does that whole MAGA bullshit.
Yeah,
like
I
that
see.
big
I
character.
remember what he said about LeBron James. But what LeBron James say about him?
The reason he said that is because LeBron James was saying like, yeah, or no, LeBron James like responded. He said LeBron James ridiculous for like talking shit about the president, you know, some character nonsense
Yeah.
that he was doing. LeBron answers like, yeah, people talk real tough until they're like scared if we end up in the same arena. Some shit like that, he said. And I'm like, and then people are like, yeah, Colby don't want it with LeBron and shit. And I'm like, Colby Covington will fuck LeBron James if he wants to. He will hold him down and fuck him. You're not going to do anything to Colby Covington
No.
in a fight. Never in your fucking life are
Don't-
you going to do anything to Colby Covington. He will toss LeBron James around like a fucking baby. He'll be all over that motherfucker.
LeBron James say something
And-
crazy. That's the same thing that happened this week. Ben Askren said something about Jake Paul. And here comes Logan Paul on his podcast, says 2-3 days ago that Ben Askren don't want it with Jake Paul.
Ben Askren don't want it with Jake Paul in a boxing match.
Well, he's not a boxer.
That's the kind of opponent that Jake Paul's going to choose. I'm telling you, Jake Paul's going to grab a guy. He's going to like go after like, he's going to go after a guy like that.
But listen, one thing for fucking sure, Ben Askren has more boxing fucking.
Jake Paul will knock Ben Askren
experience.
out in a boxing match.
Probably.
I would bet $10,000 that Jake Paul will beat the shit out of Ben Askren in a boxing match.
Ben Askren has more fighting experience. He has more fighting IQ. He's been boxing longer. He's not
doesn't-
a boxer, but he's
Bro.
been using his hands for longer than Jake has.
I've seen Ben Askren throw punches
against other fighters, though.
Yeah, against other fighters, but
He
it's-
moves like
if
shit,
he's
and there's no
only
pop
allowed to
behind his
punch-
punches.
If he's only allowed to punch, Jake Paul will probably fuck him up.
Yeah. He moves. He doesn't move good, and he's got like no pop behind his punch.
He's not.
His
he
punches
doesn't
are just
punch.
entryways.
That's why, that's why the sport of MMA is so incredible, because you can have like one really sharp skill set and be able to beat people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can have one that just works for certain fighters. Like matchups make fights. In boxing, matchups aren't the same as matchups are in MMA. You know what I mean? Like Damian Maia will give one guy incredible trouble, get on his
Yeah.
back and strangle him. And then the very next guy that has a really good sprawl and really able to defend takedowns beats the shit out of him. And it's like, wait a minute. The other guy looked like he didn't belong in a ring with Damian Maia.
Yeah.
Then you got this guy who looks like Damian Maia didn't belong in a ring with him.
Yeah.
And in boxing, it's seldom that you see that at
Yeah.
the professional level.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're definitely right about that, and it's that's a super interesting perspective because I
Yeah.
think it's super accurate, and people don't really talk about it.
Like the biggest you get is like southpaw versus conventional, and this guy has like good head movement. This guy has a real good jab. Like you
Yeah.
got power puncher versus like point fighter. Like that's what you end up. Those are the big differences in boxing.
But
matches.
they're not as big as the difference. The difference isn't as large as the difference between disciplines within MMA. What'd you think about the Tyson fight?
I thought the Tyson fight I thought it was good. I thought it was good for a 250-year-old guys fighting. I do think that nobody was really trying to hurt each other.
You think that?
I think a couple of times I was like,
You don't think there was hard punches thrown?
no, there were hard punches thrown, but the hard ones were thrown at the body.
Yes, his body was hurt.
His
You're talking
body was
about-
hurting.
We're talking about
Roy Jones.
Roy Jones' body. Roy Jones' body
Did you
was
see the post
hurting.
bro?
Yeah, bro.
We
He was
watched it
holding
together.
his. Yeah, we watched it
You
together.
could tell I had a good time.
He was holding his chest. He was like holding himself.
Yeah.
Tyson's cardio looked good.
Yeah.
I think his cardio looked really
He
good.
said he smoked before the fight.
Yes. He said he was zoo the fight during
That's
the fight.
hilarious. Yeah, it's I think it was, it was good it was better than I expected. I'll give it I'll tell you that. Yeah. I thought
You think it was a draw?
No, I think Tyson won that fight.
Yeah.
Tyson landed a lot of body shots. Tyson won that fight.
What's fucked up about that? I think Tyson won that fight.
Tyson inflicted way more damage, and I'm pretty sure he was up on the punch numbers.
Yeah, but I'm not, as a fan of the sport and as a person who understands what they went there to do, I'm not mad that it was a draw.
Me neither.
Right? But what about all the people who fucking bet on this fight?
People bet on this fight?
Dude, people bet on...
But there wasn't any understanding of there was going to be a winner or not. There was no concrete...
Because it's an exhibition. It's not really supposed to be a winner.
Yeah, there was no concrete. We didn't even know for sure if there were going to be judges
I'll
until
tell
like,
you
the day
one
of.
thing, there was fucking betting odds. And
Wow.
people were betting. People bet on everything.
Yeah, you're right.
People bet on everything. They bet on everything. I'm trying to think of something ridiculous that people bet on, but they bet on everything.
Oh, bro, like football games, people bet on the coin toss.
The
They bet on the coin toss. They bet on like who's going to score when, who's going to touch the ball first. You know, if there's going to be a fumble in the game somewhere. You know, it's like there's all kinds
people
of
bet
shit.
on everything.
Yeah.
So,
But
so I feel
I
bad for
thought the
people who
event
bet
was
on
okay.
it. Yeah, I thought the event was great,
I thought the
man.
event was
I thought
okay.
that was really good.
People are really mad about the performances and like the music and stuff. I'm not mad. Like if you had an event with some friends and you had people over and stuff like that, that's fun. That breaks it up.
Yeah.
I mean, like we got into a lot more talking and shit when the performances were going on. Like it gave us a break with some, you know, to be able to talk to each other and shit. It's like, it's not like I'm sitting here fanning out over fucking, you know, Snoop Dogg, even though Snoop Dogg was the best performance. I had a great time during his.
I hated his
But, like,
commentary.
Yeah, his
Everybody was talking.
his
Everybody was
commentary was
Dude,
nonsense.
why are people talking about give this guy a fucking job? Absolutely not. Never
Yeah.
let him fucking
Those are the
commentate
casuals
again.
talking like that.
But the casuals also were the ones that like the music, and I think that's where I didn't mind the music, right?
I didn't think it was terrible, depending on the environment you're watching it in. If you're watching it with some friends, like I said, and we had like food out and stuff like that, and we
Yeah.
were all talking and shit, you know, like that is one. Like that's one.
It's cool.
That's a because I'm telling you, it broke it up. Like and
Yeah.
plus with the fucking knockouts and shit, and like you know, like that. It
What
was.
the fuck we gonna do?
the
Yeah,
fight
this guy doesn't
super
have his
short.
draws on yet.
I'd
But
rather not hear about nonsense talking to fill the gap.
filler, a bunch of fucking
In an event like that,
a
it's a
bunch of
circus.
Ram commercials.
Yeah.
But I will tell you one thing: for the people who watch boxing events, I guess those are the ones that were probably upset about it. And I don't really care about those people because they're boring.
Yeah, boxing purists and stuff like that, it's obnoxious to me because it's like you're just lying to yourself.
I think that they're just really good at staying awake. Nothing puts me to bed like a bad boxing match.
Oh my God.
It's unbelievable.
Bro, I'm with you.
And it's not just nothing against, it's not boxing because there's some bad heavyweight fights. You ever seen a Derek Lewis? You ever fall asleep through a Derek Lewis fight?
Yeah, but then he'll wake your ass up for work.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that fucking fourth round or something like that. Yeah.
But there's some fights that there's also mixed martial arts fights that are boring as well. There's some heavyweight fights that are annoying, but a lot of boxing
But way
matches,
more rarely.
way more
There's
boxing
just so much
matches
more
will
to
put me to bed.
appreciate about an MMA fight. There's so much more to appreciate about an MMA fight that I don't even think that they're comparable. Like you can't even take these two events and talk about them in the same regard of like entertainment value or anything. Like I'm at a point, like if somebody has an opinion that boxing is just better, I'm just like, your opinion is wrong. Like
I don't even want to hear you like
your
try to
opinion
rationalize it.
Your opinion is wrong. Like I grew up watching boxing. I mean, Jesus Christ, I grew up in a Puerto Rican house. Like that's all we did was watch Tito all the time. Watch Tito Trinidad. We watched like De La Hoya was like an indoctrinated Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
My
like,
dad loved Tito.
yeah,
bro.
my parents loved Tito Trinidad. Yo, I can't even forget it. Yo, and then
Loved
Cotto,
him.
they like Cotto, but not like Trinidad.
Not like
Tito was
Trinidad,
like,
no.
a
But they like
different-
Cotto too. Cotto's
My dad
big.
wanted to go to war when they stole his money. When they stole Trinidad's money, my mom and dad were so fucking mad.
Dude,
yo.
when Trinidad took his first L, or when the first L I've ever seen, because I
Yeah.
thought he was undefeated for a long time.
Yeah, he was just knocking everybody out.
My dad was like, you know what happened? He was like, this is because his wife left him. It was like a life event that happened. He was like,
Yeah.
this isn't really him.
Yeah.
And it was kind of, and when he lost, he started losing.
Yeah.
He started like going downhill. And my dad, every time he lost, he was like, he would tell me something, and I don't even know if it was true. He would tell me, he'd be like, you know, Bobby, he got into a terrible car accident last week. He would just tell me shit like, this is why he lost, because he's still the greatest,
Yeah.
but he lost because of this, or he lost because of that. So, which was always fucking super funny to me.
I just back to the MMA versus the boxing. I have trouble watching boxing now that I've been watching MMA for so many years. I can't watch even a good boxing match.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it.
Like Lomachenko versus Lopez was the best boxing match I've seen in a long time.
I didn't watch it.
That was a good fight, and it was also good because everybody expected, a lot of people thought Lomachenko was just going to win the fight, and he got outworked, outclassed, and outboxed for pretty much the whole fight. So, but again, it was a decision. It went all the way to the end.
Oh, it went 12
Nobody was
rounds.
really beat up, bro. Nobody. Chael Sonnen said this actually, and I fucking agree 100%. He said nobody wants to watch two guys fight for 12 rounds. He said nobody wants to watch that.
The idea is just miserable.
Bro, it used to be 15 back in the day. Bro, who wants to watch two guys? Because what ends up happening is now these guys take the first few rounds off because they know they got to be prepared to go 12 rounds. It's like, I'd much rather 5 rounds, 5 minutes. Look at how exhausted those guys are and how they go. Like MMA
More
is
action.
it's just so much better to me, man. There's so many different ways to win, so many different ways to lose. It's just the best. It's way better than boxing. I can't even fucking talk about it. I be selling it to people. I try to convert them. I'm like a crazy ass fucking
You find boxing fans in the street.
Oh, I find it. I'm at work all the time. You know how people say don't talk politics at work? I
Yeah.
don't talk politics. What I do is I just get on. I'm like, yeah, you see that boxing match this week? And they'll be like, yeah, yo, what'd you think? I'm like, trash. You should have watched MMA. And I'm like, look, check this out. And they're like, whoa, yo, he kicked him in the fucking head. I'm like, exactly. When's the last time you went, whoa, during a boxing
Exactly.
match?
And guess what? You know what happened after that?
Okay.
The next guy got kicked in the fucking
The next
head.
guy got kicked. And then the other next guy got his arm fucking broken off.
I
come on.
will watch the next Tyson Fury fucking Deontay Wilder like
Me too.
it's supposed to be a trilogy, right? Is this be the third time they're fighting? Or is this the second
Yes,
time?
third time. First
So-
time was a draw. Second one, Tyson whooped his ass.
Tyson whooped him,
Yeah.
but he came in that costume.
That was the
That's-
first fight.
That was the first. No,
Yeah.
the one he lost. He said, I remember them saying like that Dante lost because he was tired because he had to come in.
You're right.
He was like dressed like a knight, right? It
Yeah,
was
he wore like this big, heavy, like shredder costume.
was
No,
weird.
I think it was the first fight,
okay.
and then I know you. That okay means I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Get the fuck out of here.
No, you know what? Because I could very well be wrong.
The second one, he was complaining about. Did you see all this controversy saying that Tyson Fury pulled his gloves off and he was punching with like the gloves like in the lace with his fist in the lace part?
Bro, there's a lot of talk about those
A lot of
glove
people
shit.
said that. They said it in another fight of his. Another fighter he fought like a couple years ago said the same thing.
Dude, if you look at his gloves, they were like, okay,
They were like dented and shit.
say what the fuck we're talking about. People are saying that Tyson Fury is fighting with these gloves, and I don't think they're saying it's a glove. It's him pulling it away. But if you look at the glove, essentially, it's like indented.
They're
And
saying he's removing padding.
but it's like a weird Everlast branch off. It's like Everlast, like Mexico. Because
Okay.
they're made in Mexico or some shit like that. If you look at a traditional boxing glove, it normally has a rounding to it,
Yeah.
right? If you look at his, they're very flat. It almost looks like when you look at it, it looks like there's no padding in it.
Yeah.
People are saying that that either he's removing padding or he's pulling his hand back and like shoving padding forward. Whatever the case may be, they're saying that he's tampering with his gloves.
To me, I punch people close hand and I punch people improperly. There's a difference. You're not going to cause any more fucking damage by slipping the glove half off. I try to figure out this. I can't figure out this. I can't wrap my head around it. I don't know. Maybe I just don't understand what people are saying. You know what I'm saying?
They're
Like,
saying that, dude, his fucking gloves look wonky.
they do look wonky, yo. They really do. I mean, but yo, your team was in there and watched his hands get wrapped.
Yeah.
If something was going
They've had
on,
to send back gloves for him. You know that, right?
yeah. If that's the case, then fine.
He's fought before,
Yeah.
and they've pulled gloves and be like, nah, motherfucker, you ain't fighting with those fucking wonky looking motherfucking gloves. And you know what? Conveniently, he had another set.
Yeah.
Pulled out the next set, and they're like, okay, you can find those. But which is dumb. The organization should supply the gloves.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but if you got a certain brand, like a certain type of glove that you just like to wear that makes you fight better.
Nah, bro.
I mean,
We're
they
fighting
have-
with the same shit. You look at Bellator, even though Bellator gloves are fucking stupid.
I
they
hate
look
that red and blue
stupid.
shit. That
That
shit
red
is
with the B on them.
fucking robots
Yeah,
and shit.
it's the stupidest fucking looking glove.
I hate it.
But they're both using the same gloves.
Yes.
It's a fair fight. We're using the same shit. And boxing has been known for doing fucking weird shit with the fucking gloves. You look at the guy who fought Cotto, Antonio Margarito, the fucking biggest, in my opinion, one of the biggest scumbags in fucking
in combat sports.
In combat sports.
Yep.
One of the really could have killed Cotto, bro.
Yo, he beat Cotto into submission. He sat on the ground. I watched the whole fight.
Never seen him do that
I watched the fight
before.
with my family, bro.
No, me too.
Bro, he was just punching him in the face with bricks. It was a different reaction to when he was getting hit. Like, it was like shocking to him. Like, when he was
looked like it was unbelievable.
It was jarring. Like, every time he got hit, and it looked like he was just puzzled. Like, he never been hit like that. You know, and then he just sits down in the corner. And I'm like, and then you find out that motherfucker had like plaster in his fucking hand wraps.
Antonio Margarito fought Miguel Cotto, and Miguel Cotto lost the fight. He gave up. He beat him until he was down on one knee in a corner. Lost the fight, but later on they found out that he was using some fucking kind of like, what do they use? What's that like?
It was like plaster material. It was like a cast.
Yeah,
have you ever had a cast? Do you ever break a bone?
I broke my wrist, but they never put it in a cast. But it's also like paper mache, right?
Yeah,
like a hard paper mache, like a cast, like you said, like a cast.
Yeah,
he was wrapping his hand wrap was made out of that shit.
Yeah,
so he was hitting him with like essentially like rocks, like bricks, punching him in the fucking face.
It's a piece of shit,
man. Dude should be banned from the fucking sport for the rest of his fucking life. Never should be allowed to step foot in a boxing ring.
Agreed. I also think that steroids is a similar problem. I do believe that performance enhancers and shit like that, I think that you should lose like all your accolades, bro.
I definitely don't think it's as bad as using the fucking the rock hand wraps.
It's not because you essentially brought weapons in the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
You brought weapons.
I can't compare it to what Antonio Margarito did to Cotto, but I will say that it definitely gives you an unfair advantage.
Certain performance enhancers, I think.
Yes,
certain ones. Like if you're just fucking taking like some kind of like too much creatine or some shit and they don't want whatever the fuck. Something like that's just an example, but fine.
What if you're doing drugs? What if you're doing cocaine?
I don't care.
Don't give a fuck.
There's no drugs. If you're doing heroin and you're going in there and winning championships, that's not helping you fight.
Yeah, 100%.
That is not helping you fight.
When John Jones pissed hot and he had cocaine in his system, right? I don't want to fucking misspeak. I'm pretty sure he did.
I think I don't really know. I think he had coke once, but I don't care about that.
I was just gonna say I don't care about that shit.
What bothered me was the steroid. They said it was such a small amount, but if it's a small amount that's not found in a human naturally, and it's also like some kind of like amino acid or whatever the fuck that's found in a specific type of steroid that can only be found can only be put in the body this way, which is essentially what they said, then you're a fucking cheater.
Yeah. And USADA comes and does your test and you get tested, but you don't know what the fuck. And most of the time it's random, and they test even off fighters that aren't currently fighting. So they test everybody. But when you get tested before that fight, like, you're getting tested before that fight. Who knows what the fuck was happening 6 weeks before that?
Yeah.
Speaking of tests, the NBA is not testing for marijuana this season.
Really?
Did you know about that?
No.
The NBA, the National Basketball Association. Thank you. It will not be testing their players for marijuana this year.
Did they say why? Because it's recreational in most states and stuff now?
Dude, I read the headline and that was enough for me. I don't know why. They don't have to have a reason why. There's no business justification for not testing anybody for weed. You know why? They wrote, "We don't give a fuck anymore."
Yeah, it's pretty much.
It's not a performance enhancer.
It's not a performance enhancer. And at this point, you're just wasting a lot of money. You know how much money it costs? Testing for marijuana is the most expensive test in a drug panel.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
A lot of places that don't test for it because they're like, yo, we don't care. Like, it costs too much money. I want to know if you're smoking crack cocaine and you're going to steal from the company.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to know. Like, I don't want to know, I want to know if you're on heroin and you're going to nod off driving the fucking train.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
So I think it's just bullshit when it comes to like testing for marijuana, especially it's such a gray area because it's like, what if you're some kind of a professional? It's recreational some places, it's medical a lot of places. So let's say you have a medical card or however they do it to get marijuana medically.
Yeah.
But then you're also, let's say, a doctor, you're a physician, or you're a lawyer or something like that. how does that work? Like, there needs to start being some kind of legislation about what jobs are and are not allowed to do in terms of, like, let's say they drug test you and you have marijuana in your system and they're like, yo, you can't work here anymore. It's like, well, it's not illegal. That's like testing me and saying there's trace amounts of alcohol in my system. You're going to fire me? Like, I drank yesterday. Like, it's Monday. I drank on Sunday.
So it's this weird area, especially because it's not federally legal. So states by states, they have the ability to, make their own decisions. So that's a good question, but I don't know what they're doing in these recreational states. So like, are jobs able to say no, or are they going to, dude, I'm starting to think that nobody really gives a fuck, and nobody's gave a fuck for a long time.
Yeah.
But now they don't give a fuck even more.
I think it's getting to a point where it's going to be like, if you discriminate against marijuana, like your company's bad. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be the general consensus at some point. I mean, if you think about it, like, somebody very close to my family was a bad alcoholic, like a real bad alcoholic, like a lot of problems, like DWs and shit like that. And they stopped drinking. And what helped them stop drinking was they just started smoking weed at night instead of drinking.
Yeah.
And now they just smoke weed and their life is the best it's ever been.
Yeah.
And they don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, what in the
Not
fuck?
only that, that's a really amazing story, but what about all the, the kids that get seizures, or the cancer patients that are on chemo and can't eat, or, not even the recreational, like there's medicinal purpose, there's positive medicinal purposes too. So all the people who have night blindness, these are real life.
They have what?
Night blindness.
The fuck are you talking about?
Night blindness is one of the things on the ballot in California that people were saying they had when they wanted to get medical marijuana.
Night blindness?
Yes. Like
What the fuck is
when
that?
they gave out too many insomnia ones. I seen it in the movie. I seen it, I think, but it was like a thing. It was like, I got night blindness. I think it's a real fucking thing, though.
What is that? Like when you're driving, you can't see well or something?
Shout out to Twiz in the chat. I got the chat open, so I get
Twiz,
to-
what's good, bro, in the chat?
Shout out
man.
to Twiz in the chat.
Twiz in the
But
chat.
real quick, I think night blindness is a real fucking thing, because I know a guy who fucking can't see shit at night.
I can't see when I'm driving. Bro, if it's raining out and it's nighttime and I'm driving, I just start to make up my own lines.
Motherfucker, you got night blindness.
Yo, shit, I might have to call a doctor.
Yeah, you got night blindness.
Yo, you just diagnosed me.
Yep. 100%.
That's it, the doctor.
Yeah.
I knew you were a doctor.
They don't just call me that shit for no reason. But or there was a bunch of, you look at all the reasons why people had it in California. This is years ago. California's recreational now, but people had it for the dumbest reasons in California. They would have, I guess insomnia is a real thing, but like, how many people have insomnia? You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people have insomnia, but you got to get the right strain. If you got insomnia and you smoke the wrong shit, you're just going to be awake thinking about every way you fucked up in your life.
You're going to be thinking about sleeping.
Yeah, you're just going to be thinking about fuck. You're just going to be awake the whole night. Thinking about, damn, I got to call my mom. I don't talk to my sister enough. You're just going to start fucking snowballing. Jim, I don't know if I like my job. God, why don't I draw anymore?
They should prescribe the people who can't sleep?
Exercise.
Boxing matches.
Yeah. Yo, Nate Robinson got a prescription.
Yeah. Oh,
Nate
my
Robinson
God.
must have had a fucking lifetime script, because that dude is gonna sleep. He's gonna sleep good forever.
Nate Robinson. Poor Nate Robinson. Let's go. I want to close the door on contact sports and move on to other topics. So, unless you have to, but I did have a couple things I want to talk about. Obviously, this weekend's UFC card that neither of us are tremendously interested in, but
hopefully there's some good fights. I must be honest, man. There's a lot of fighters on there I'm not too familiar with.
And that's the thing. The UFC's rosters, it's got
so deep.
It's the biggest roster to date.
Yep.
The biggest UFC roster to date. They're bringing on so many fighters. And just because I don't know you doesn't mean you're not a killer.
Yeah, exactly. That's just
I don't
me
mean any
just-
disrespect when I say that.
We have full-time fucking careers and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
just
It's-
because I don't know you, and I do know a lot of little people, but some of these guys, I don't know who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
They've been fighting in one for fucking 5 years. and
All
now
it takes, bro, is land a head kick and I'll know who the fuck you are.
I'll never
do all my
forget you.
homework.
Yeah, I'll never forget
I'll
you.
do all my homework.
And I'll watch all your old fights too. So this weekend, we'll do the co-main in the main.
Yep. I got Jack Hermanson
Jack Hermanson versus
and I got Open St. Preux.
Yes. So I think those are probably both the favorites. Main event, Jack Hermanson versus Marvin Vettori.
I think it's Viteri. I think he's like. I think he's Italian.
Oh, it's in Vitteri.
Yeah, I
You
think
should have told me it was in Italian. I didn't see the our assistant didn't put the accent in. in this post-it. And I don't know this guy Marvin, so I'm gonna go with Jack Hermanson just because I know him.
That dude is a killer. I've seen him fucking explode on people, but I don't think Jack Hermanson's going to allow him to really blitz on him and close that distance. And I think he's just going to, I think Hermanson's going to submit him.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's going to take his back and choke him.
Okay, good. And I got our OSP. OSP's a gangster.
God damn it. I was watching highlights of his fucking Von Flu chokes. Oh my God, bro. They need to change the name of that to the fucking.
To the OSP choke?
The St. Preux choke.
The St. Preux choke?
The Von Preux.
You just reminded me of something.
What?
You know Figueiredo's fighting again?
Yeah, he turned around super quick. He's fighting a guy that fought on the same night, Brandon Moreno. They're fighting for the belt. They fought on the same card.
And they're fighting this month.
Yes, they fought on the same card. And he's turning
Who's the co-main for that fight? The co-main for that fight's a good fight. I just can't remember who it is. It's look it up real quick. It is it's fucking Tony Ferguson.
Oh, it is. It's I think it's UFC 256.
Tony Ferguson is fighting. Justin, that's my drum roll. That's a terrible drum roll.
He's fighting Charles Oliveira.
Yes, that's exactly what he's fighting.
Bro, that's gonna be a scrap. Yo, they're scrap. If you've ever seen two body types that are any more similar, it's those guys.
I would love to see who has got more. This is going to be a weird thing to say, but I would love to see who got more reach because they both got those kind of lanky bodies.
Yeah. They punch so similarly. They have the very similar pop in their punches.
Their output is similar.
I think Oliveira's he's got better kicks, and I think he's cleaner striking, and I think he's got a slightly better defense than Tony does. But Tony's chin is fucking rock solid, son.
I hope Tony goes out and beats the shit out of and I like Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, me too.
I like him.
He's on a tear right now.
He is.
Charles Oliveira's been fucking everybody up.
Yeah.
And he's been very active.
He's a bad motherfucker.
So,
but I'm saying what my prediction is that the fight, and this is a two-way prediction. The fight either goes the whole distance or Tony Ferguson stops him in. Oh, it's a 3-round fight.
Why?
Is it a 3-round? It's a co-main. It's going to be a 3-round fight. Okay, so
we have 2 5-round fights.
They should have Tony Ferguson should only fight 5-round fights because I'll tell you one thing: if he fought for 5 rounds against Tony Ferguson stops him in the 4th. Yeah, and that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
I say Tony Ferguson stops him in the 4th. Now that I know it's a 3-round fight, Tony Ferguson puts out their fighting style is similar, man. They both have good output, but the only difference is I think that Tony Ferguson could take more of a beating.
Yeah.
Historically, it's shown that Tony Ferguson could take more of a beating. I'm gonna say Tony Ferguson in a second. Stoppage. Punches.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting ground game. If they end up scrambling or something, I don't think either one of them is going to be able to keep the other one down. I think they're just going to both be able to scramble out of it and stand back up. I think a lot of this fight is going to take place standing because of both of their grappling accolades. I really think Oliveira's fucking jiu-jitsu, like the way he chains everything together, man. I was watching his fight. His
ground game is
Kevin
really
Lee.
good.
I was watching his fight with Kevin Lee today. I watched that shit today. Bro, the way they were just his transitions and shit like that and his ability, and he kept going like De La Riva on him, like wrapping his leg up and shit like that. And then he just kept on going back and forth to different transitions. It was just like he was able to control the leg. And at one point, Kevin Lee's fucking leg was like twisted sideways. I thought he was going to rip his shit apart.
Kevin Lee came out winning that fight, didn't he?
You know what? I stepped away. I think I went in the shower.
I want to say that's the fight where Kevin Lee got put on. He did the stanky leg in the first or second round.
Nah, that was when Edson Barboza.
That was Edson Barboza. Yeah, never mind. So I don't know. I don't know who won that fight.
I think that I want to say it was Charles Oliveira won that fight.
I don't know if I can tell you right.
Yeah, Charles Oliveira I think won that fight.
I'm going to tell you right now who won that
Charles
fight.
Oliveira won.
You're right. He did win that fight. It was
Did he sub him?
It was a submission in the 3rd round. What was it?
He subbed him.
I can't remember. I don't remember it. I'm not gonna click on it like I just did accidentally.
Was it I think it was what was it, an armbar? I don't think it was a triangle. Even though he's susceptible to triangles, Kevin Lee with his top pressure. I'm thinking
oh my God, it was a triangle.
It was a triangle?
No, I'm not gonna. It was No, it was a guillotine.
Oh, it was a guillotine.
It was a guillotine. Remember this? I'll show it to you. I'm sorry to the people who are listening to this or watching this and they can't see what we see. Kevin Lee's in a guillotine.
He finished it from half guard.
Kevin Lee's in a guillotine and he's not in his guard. He's got half
Finished it
guard.
from half guard.
And he puts him out and Kevin Lee comes back
He's
and tries to take his back. Yeah, real good fight. You can look it up on YouTube. Kevin Lee versus Charles Oliveira. Kevin Lee, I really like him. I wanted better for his career. I thought that he was going to come back and really go on a rampage after that Barboza fight. I don't know why he's not fighting right now.
I don't know. I know he's getting crazy tattoos on the back of his head and shit.
Is he?
Yeah, did you see that big ass tat? I don't know if it's real. People were speculating if it was real or not. I never really followed up on it. But he got some big ass, like some big piece going down his neck up the back of his head or some shit. I don't know if it was fake or not. He posted it like it was real. So if it was fake, you're just corny for that shit.
I don't even find a reason to post like a fake. You know where it's the only time it's appropriate to post like a fake tattoo picture?
When it's the stencil before they tattoo it?
Yeah, that or when it's on a toddler. That's it.
Yeah.
Like when you pull it on your kid.
Right?
Yeah, no, don't fucking, that's weird. That's just weird. I don't know. That's fucking really weird.
So, yeah, I think we covered some combat sports. Oh, Yair Rodriguez fucking getting suspended 6 months for not being available for the USADA drug testing.
Which is a weird thing. I mean, it makes him look super suspicious. Yair Rodriguez gets suspended because the USADA, he's not where he tells USADA he's supposed to be.
Yeah. 3 times in a 12-month span. 3 times in a 12-month span, he wasn't available or he wasn't where he said he was. So
you could see it in his fights. Like he's one of those, like, I feel like he believes like if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
I mean, it makes you think because Dana always says he just won't take fights. So I'm wondering why he won't take fights. And I'm like, maybe he's not ready because he's too close to a cycle or something like that. Maybe he's just,
I never thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's too close. And
I think he's also picking his fights real carefully. You got guys like Ryan Garcia, who's super, 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 super judged because they say he only takes fights that he knows he's going to win.
That's the way boxing's always been.
Like they don't take
that way.
They say Ryan Garcia doesn't fight contenders. I don't know who the fuck is a contender in boxing right now because I don't follow the sport enough.
Yeah.
But they say that
to Blue Blood Sports TV.
Facts, yeah.
You want to know the boxing shit, go check
out Blue Bloods.
Go check out fucking Blue Blood Sports TV. That motherfucker is just
knows his shit. But yeah, so maybe that's what it is. So you got to pick your fights carefully, and I don't blame them. These guys, listen, I respect the guys like Cowboy Cerrone. Donald Cerrone comes in and he says he wants to fight the best, and he does. But he's already got his career stapled. You know, he's going to go down.
That's who he is. Nobody cares if he wins or loses anymore.
Exactly. No,
I'm watching any Cowboy.
I'm watching
fight.
Anything. Bro.
I'm watching him for a different reason. I watch him because he's just compelling to me. I just love that guy. I love his whole vibe, and I
love everything about him, bro.
I respect the shit out of him.
100%. So
he's on like probably top 5 people to like chill with for me. Like if you were to be like, top 5 people, like
I want to go up to the fucking
the PMF ranch.
Yeah, I want to go up to the ranch.
Yep.
I want to go up to the ranch. I want to work the fucking.
I want to go there and leave there, man.
Yeah,
I want to
100%.
go there. I want to do some hunting. I want to do some shooting. I want to do some fighting.
I got some soft fucking hands.
You know, yeah. Trying to leave with a brand new callus.
I'm trying to leave with some calluses. The other day, a friend of mine works like in the construction industry.
Yes.
He doesn't work in the field, but he has worked in the field.
Yeah.
And this, guys, boys will be boys. This dude decides, so he's bothering me. He's rubbing my leg. And I quit rubbing my leg, and he rubs his hand against my leg, and it felt like sandpaper. And I said, Jesus Christ.
You're like, yo, you got socks on your hands?
I was like, why are your hands so raised? Because I'm a man. I said, feel my hands. Bro, I have the soft. Go ahead and give my hand a touch.
Damn, bro.
Some soft hands, right?
Pretty soft hands.
Yeah. And it's not because I lube up either.
You don't lube. You don't dip. You don't put your hands. You don't dip and put gloves on.
Nah, but we're from the Caribbean. They go bare hand, baby. You know?
Yeah.
Starting a fire.
Yeah, man.
No, but
so you do got some soft hands. You don't moisturize?
No.
Huh.
I don't really believe in lotion.
That's true. You don't believe in chapstick either, you said, right?
Nope. Don't believe in chapstick. And I'm going public with this right now. The world does not know about this. Chapstick is a fucking fugazi. That's a need that they've created.
Bro.
All right. Listen, you want to know how to fight having chapped lips?
How?
Remain hydrated. Rule number 1. Remain hydrated.
You never get chapped lips? You don't get like your lips don't burn in the wintertime?
Never. I don't
believe you.
Never crack.
Bro, they don't. I'm not talking about crispy, crackly shit like them girls that need to lick their lips.
I never get to a point where I feel like I gotta put something on because I'm in pain of any kind ever.
You don't get uncomfortable
No, never get discomfort.
in the wintertime? Never?
Nope.
How much do you hydrate? Is this the principle that I need to like fucking live by? Because clearly I'm not hydrating enough.
Hydration is key, right? But another factor is, and this is the most, when it comes to our bro science,
Yes.
this is the peak of our bro science right
Hit me
here.
with
What I'm
the
about
pinnacle.
to say,
Pinnacle of the bro science. Let's go.
if you continue to put things on your body that your body naturally produces, and this is my bro science, but there's some logic behind this because it works this way with like testosterone and like, you know, and hormones and stuff like that. So you're putting this chapstick on your lips, right? My lips produce the natural oils necessary to keep my lips hydrated and, you know, well enough to not break and crack and shit like that. If you put this chapstick on it, I think that something in your mind says, oh, turn that motherfucker off. We don't need it. His lips are fine. Send that resource somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And
So
you're looking
instead,
at
they'll
me.
moisturize your ass.
Yeah, but I got my asshole's a little dry.
All right.
No, but
Relocate this to the taint.
no, but it's just like when you do like testosterone and shit like that, and then your body has difficulty producing testosterone after that because you've been feeding it, and then this all could be
It's
speculation.
the same like fucking taking like Molly every day. Then your brain stops producing like
Endorphins.
serotonin and shit,
Yeah.
and endorphins, and then you're just depressed all the time.
So yeah, and that's also because your body needs to recover. I've been like, I'm not really into psychedelics because I like having control over my fucking. And listen, I'm just not into them. Not because of. I don't want to tell you my reasons. I'm just not really into psychedelics. But I've been watching this YouTube video where there's like a biologist and he like does like psychedelics and he talks about like the side effects and stuff like that. And he says like you need like a 2-month break after doing ecstasy because your body needs to like recover from this endorphin dump
Yo,
that it just went through.
See that shit?
I don't want to
bro?
digress from the chapstick conversation. So
And from
I'm
the
gonna go
chapstick into ecstasy,
into ecstasy.
and needing
But yeah,
a break.
so I don't think that I don't wear chapstick at all. I never did, never will. And I think that's one of the reasons why I don't have chapped lips every year. I think it's because I never use it that my body's like, yo, send that shit to the lips. We need it.
Yo, you might be right. I have no fucking idea. This
But
is why
remaining
bro science-
hydrated is important as well. And the reason why I say it's number one is because that's probably the most logical thought. Remain hydrated. Your body has to have some fucking liquid in it.
Agreed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But look, bro, I'm not ashy either. I never wear lotion. Never wear lotion.
I'm gonna be the judge of the ash.
Dude, I never wear lotion. Look at you got this is the
Tattoo still popping.
never wear lotion.
You got a little ash on there.
Do I have a little bit of ash on here?
Nah, I can't really tell. I mean, the lighting's so good. What kind of-
No, bro. I don't. I'm naturally lubricated.
This guy naturally with lubrication.
Is that weird?
No, I mean it could be right. I mean, I don't fucking know. I don't specialize in like human oil fucking.
I don't know.
You know,
I also don't grow any hair on my body. I'm like a dolphin, so that might also
You
have
are.
something
You're a
to do
sleek
with
gentleman.
it too.
You're
Yeah.
a sleek man. I bet you you take 3 seconds off your fucking mile lap in a fucking Olympic sized pool. I'll tell you that.
I'm an excellent swimmer, and it makes me more aerodynamic when I fight.
Exactly. Take seconds off your mile too. I know.
100%.
I know, man. What else you got?
I want to talk about this girl. She's a YouTuber. I won't bring her up because I don't really know much about her, but I'll talk about she's getting some scrutiny because she has an OnlyFans account and she made a post about not having any panties on. And you have to. So with about OnlyFans. OnlyFans is a website where you could fucking
It's like people subscribe to see provocative things, images, acts.
So
whatever.
if you're a girl or pop star or whatever, you start an OnlyFans and you start selling your nudes on there. So she posted a picture or a video and it said like, no, I'm not going to wear any panties. And people say $3 and thousands upon thousands of people started buying it. And it was a picture of her like as a kid, like jumping around like she's not wearing her underwear. And
Whoa.
people are fucking up in arms because Tana Mongeau, another YouTuber, or Mangao,
Wow.
was
So-
doing this in the beginning, and she was like catfishing people. They were like posting like, this picture's a real banger, and it's like them like covering their nipples or something like that. Like people, first of all, the internet is desensitized to like like regular promiscuity or whatever. Promiscuity. They want hardcore fist fucking and shit like that. Like
yeah, they're like, yo, check out this picture of me. People like tits.
yeah.
And they're like, it's these new sneakers I bought.
Yeah, exactly. Like and listen, if you show them a pair of tits, it's not enough. They need to see tits with like chocolate all over them.
Oh yeah,
or with
the levels up here.
Exactly, or with a throbbing heart. It's like, dude, if you look at old porn, I'm sure the dicks have gotten bigger, and I don't think that's coincidence. I think that's by demand. Honestly,
I don't just think it's demand. I also think it's like people's willingness. Like people just sitting home and be like, I got something going on here. I hate my job.
Yeah. Oh, but you know that's what it is.
I'm moving to California. Yeah,
maybe, but I think also it's just like that. That people want that. Like just like drugs keep getting stronger. You know,
dicks keep getting bigger.
The dicks in porn keep getting bigger. And I said this about weed one time. I looked at somebody one time. I said, you know when they'll stop making it stronger? When they fucking kill somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
You know when the dicks in porn get smaller?
Yeah.
When they fucking kill somebody. And then they'll put the cutoff right there and they'll be like, all right, that's it. 22 inches.
They'll be like, pleasure, great, death.
Yeah, exactly.
Right here.
And then we stop right there. And then that's when the huge dick people will start saying they're being discriminated against. They'll be like, well, I got a 24-inch dick and I've never killed anybody, you know? That's when those. That's when people say,
well, you know what? All dicks, equal dick opportunity industry.
Yeah, all dicks matter.
Companies that don't hire the 24-inch dick guy get shut down and canceled.
Yeah, they start getting canceled. No, but it's. I wonder. I don't know. I'm not a porn connoisseur. I don't have porn from the 70s in my house or anything like that, or any porn from that.
You don't have any vintage.
I don't have any vintage porn, but I'm sure the dicks weren't as big in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, who the fuck knows? I mean, there's no way it was. I mean, people in general are just bigger and healthier now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you look at athletes and shit, they're way different now.
Oh, well.
They're way bigger. They're way stronger.
Because they started letting people of color play. You know what I'm saying? They start letting Latinos in the MLB. They start letting, black people in the fucking, in
everywhere,
the NBA.
baseball and shit.
Yeah. They just start opening the floodgates. And now it's like, oh, you didn't know this, but we were really good at this shit.
Yo, it's like fucking... I think Chris Rock said, he said, wait until they learn how to heat that fucking ice rink. He said, black people start playing ice hockey. He said, y'all gonna see how nice motherfuckers gonna be. He's like, wait until they learn how to make it warm in there.
I wonder if like because it used to be like a white baseball league and like a black baseball league, right?
Yeah. It was called the Negro League.
The Negro League.
That's like what they called it. Yeah.
I wonder if they were better. Like if they were like
games were probably lit.
Games were probably lit,
bro. Imagine
games were probably lit.
Bro, the music was probably slamming. Like everything was probably fire over there, yo.
It was probably a way better time.
Way better. Fucking the food was better in the stadium and shit.
Everything was better. The environment.
God. Yeah, hell yeah.
Everybody was jiggy. But I wonder if like the players, when they combined the leagues, if there was like this huge like, whoa, why are these motherfuckers so good?
I bet there was. They were warming up and shit, throwing the ball. And he was like, Jesus Christ.
You ever play with
Jackie,
a kid?
You're whipping that thing.
You ever play with a kid you never played with and he's just hammering that ball at you and you're playing catch and you're thinking in your mind like, is this motherfucker real short? You're playing catch?
Playing catch, bro. When I played in high school and it was raining outside, my coach used to hit us ground balls on a gym floor.
Get the fuck out of here.
I swear to God, bro. We used to set up like a baseball field, like an inside baseball field. You know how terrifying that is trying to catch a baseball in indoor orange ass gym lighting?
No.
With bleachers.
With that reflective floor?
Oh, bro.
The floor's like glass.
Bro, glass. He would hit that shit, bro. He was like 15 feet away. And he's fucking hitting fucking sparking ass fucking ground balls at you, bro. Everything's like pew, pew. It's like bouncing off everybody. And then when you actually field it cleanly, now you got to throw it across to a guy with, there's a whole bunch of things that the ball just disappears into the background. Okay? So you're trying to catch his ball. All of a sudden it goes, and it just goes away, and then it comes back. And you're trying to catch it. Because there's like fucking bleachers and shit.
Everything's orange in the gym.
The fucking walls are the color of the baseball.
And guess what color the gloves are? They're orange.
Color? Yes.
Just the fucking floor. Everything's orange in there.
Everything's reflective. The fucking backboards and shit. Everything.
It's bright as fuck in there.
Yeah, people are making noise and shit. It's like, it's just so fucking crazy in the environment, the echo and everything. That
I've never thought about that, but yeah,
the dangerous as hell.
The environment's tremendously different. I didn't, that's fucking terrible.
Fucking dangerous as hell, man. I fucking used to hate when it rained outside because I'd be like, good, no practice? Nah, hell no.
Nope. I
were
told you I was
hitting
afraid of the
gym.
ball. Can you imagine me in there?
Yo, it was fucking terrifying. And then, mind you, we had multiple stations going. So there's there's guys hitting ground balls this way while guys are feeling over here hitting them this way. So there's like ground balls like crisscrossing and shit.
Baseball's going everywhere.
Bro, baseball's fucking flying everywhere, man. It's a miracle fucking nobody got killed.
High school sports are crazy. High school coaches are crazy too. Just to close out on the OnlyFans thing. I think I kind of covered it. Never mind. I'm not going to go back. High school sports are crazy. And some of these fucking coaches are crazy too.
They're nuts, bro. You see these fucking coaches down south, the Texas coaches?
Dude, those guys it's different down south. I used to talk to the kid. There was a kid in my high school, really good at football. He got a full ride to a like D2 school. He lost it because he pulled a fire alarm or something like that.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Not joking, bro.
What an idiot. Sorry, no offense, man. I don't know what you were going through at that time when you pulled that fire alarm. But
he wasn't going through
goddamn it, that
anything,
was
bro.
fucking
He was
dumb.
just being a fucking rebellious kid. He just wanted to be. In my school, you were cooler if you were a thug, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I was telling him,
so he never got to go. He didn't do that at the college. He did that in high school and then lost the scholarship before he even
that's
started.
what the rumor around the high school was.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Fuck.
because he ended up getting like suspended or something like that, or expelled.
And that probably
And
voided his scholarship.
Exactly.
Fucking idiot.
So one of the things I asked him, we took classes together. I was like, "Yo, what do you think? You think you're gonna go to the NFL?" And he was like, "Dude," he goes, football is big out here. His family was big into football and stuff like that. He goes, "But football down south," he goes, and I remember like it was yesterday. He said, "Them boys big."
Yeah, bro.
Because his family used to send him down there for summer camps.
See, that's how you know that they were investing. When they send you to like the Mecca, like if you're getting sent to Florida to play baseball, in the off season and shit, you're doing your thing. Like if you're getting sent down south to like camps and train with like high schools down there and like those kids and those prospects, like you're really trying to do this thing.
You're talking about sports are different down there. New York, we love our sports teams.
We do.
But we love.
But we lose a lot.
We lose a lot.
We lose a lot.
But we love our sports teams, but we don't support local sports the way down south does.
No.
Especially
Especially not like low level.
Dude, they'll shut the
locally.
whole fucking town down in some of these small towns.
Bro, those high school stadiums sit like 40,000 people.
That's one of the things I'm talking about. Yes, that shit's real, bro.
It's
These
like,
places in Texas
It's not a
where
game
they have. I know one school that's around here that has a turf field. Everybody else just has dirt, hard dirt.
I think that's what Bayshore, right?
Yes, when they got that shit, we were sneaking in there in the night to play soccer over there because he used to have the lights and shit like that. It was nice, man. Turf.
it's nice,
I never
man.
played on turf before. I didn't know about those like those like sores you get from like sliding on.
Oh
turf.
hell yeah, it's like rug burn, bro.
I never knew that
Yeah,
because
hell
we
yeah.
never had. We just had hard dirt.
Hell yeah, nah, man. That shit happens, man. I know we played in I played baseball, like a couple travel teams and shit. And in high school, we played on some turf fields. It's a way different surface to play on.
Yeah.
Like the ball bounces different. Like it's way different. Like there's no like slow corner. You know how sometimes in baseball, like there's slow parts of the field, like areas where the grass is a little thicker,
Yep.
like stuff like that. Like,
That's exactly what it is. There's more grass.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's like it's different. Like nah, that shit is like playing baseball on a fucking living room carpet. Like that shit is like for real.
Playing baseball in a bowling alley. But yeah, so I didn't when they got that over there, it was like for me it was like one of the most impressive things ever. I was like, I can't believe it.
God damn it.
Fucking turf field.
So yeah, man, it's crazy shit. What else you got, man?
I could do this all day, bro.
Go ahead, hit me, son.
Okay. Well, the truth is that I ran through all my fucking conversation topics, but there is other things that we can talk about.
I know. I don't know if you know. Did you hear about this stimulus check that we're supposed to be getting? Or
What?
they're talking about getting another one. But somebody was telling me that I don't know if this is true.
It comes off your taxes?
No, I don't know. I don't know if this is true. Somebody said this, that they're going to hold the stimulus check contingent on you getting a COVID test. That's what somebody told me. I don't know if it's true.
Okay. If that is true, keep your fucking money.
Yeah.
You're not putting a microchip in me, motherfucker. Not for $1,200, baby. You're gonna need a little more than that.
Yo, for real, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's,
We were talking about something similar at work today about the vaccines. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Why does anybody give a fuck about Bill Gates' opinion on the fucking vaccine is beyond me. This guy's not a fucking scientist. We're
Yeah,
listening
get
to
the
the
fuck
wrong
outta here.
fucking people.
Yeah. People.
Where's the guy who told him that?
Yeah.
Where's the guy who told him what to say.
Exactly.
Bring that motherfucker out.
Just like I don't give a fuck who Brad Pitt's voting for.
Don't give a fuck.
I don't
Bring
give a
out
fuck.
the subject matter experts.
Yeah.
Stop fucking bringing out these dickheads that are just repeating information like I'm repeating
Yeah.
it here.
Well-
Nobody would fucking call me to read the fucking election results.
Cuomo went live yesterday in the fucking morning explaining how to fucking give the vaccine.
What?
I'm like, you're not a fucking nurse. You're not a fucking doctor.
Motherfucker, you ain't even a phlebotomist.
Yeah, you ain't doing
You can't give or
shit in
take
medicine.
anything.
Don't fucking talk to me about anything about administering any medications or any fucking don't you fucking dare come and fucking teach me that shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't talk to anybody about that. Go fuck off.
You got to bring somebody else out. So they're talking about we're talking about the vaccine, and they were talking about the side effects and how it's going to be given out in 2 parts. It's got a really good success rate in the sense of
I just like a
providing you
little
with
more
with the antibodies.
long-term kind of testing and stuff. But I guess
Because it's
crunch
so
time.
rushed, right? But I get it
It
because
takes years to develop a vaccine. We developed one in 6 months.
Yeah.
And they're like clearing it. They applied to have it expedite an emergency, like an emergency permission to distribute
To
the
push
vaccine.
it through. So I think what it's going to come down to is if they start pushing in Europe. So if they start pushing over there, it's going to be like, oh, we got to catch up. We got to get on it too. But what I want to talk about is the side effects and how people are saying, I'm sorry, I'm fucking shaking the table. People are saying about the side effects and how, do you think that they say it's like low grade fever, some pain in the area, because it's not like the influenza vaccine where there's a dead version of the
What, this one's just inactive?
I don't want to say what it is because I don't fucking know. But
Yeah,
I know it's
I
not
don't
like
know
influenza. Influenza, which is the regular fucking flu, contains a dead version.
It's like an inactive version of the virus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This one's not like that. So, there's some side effects. Essentially, there's fucking side effects. Do you think that those side effects outweigh getting COVID?
I think there would, I think just to have the fucking world back to normal, if this is what'll do it, a lot of people are going to be on board with it. I think that a lot of times people do react sometimes to the flu vaccine, but it's not that you're getting sick. It's your body's interpretation it's your body responding to something that it recognizes as a foreign virus or what have you. Like, that's your body reacting. So you're not sick. You're just displaying some symptoms of what, when your body's fucking at work, like trying to fight, so I don't think, I don't know. It would really depend.
And I don't think that anybody thinking about it is in the same boat as the people who don't give their kids like vaccinations.
Those people are fucking morons and their kids should be taken away.
Dude, there's so many people. You have a Facebook, I have a Facebook, you have these people on your Facebook you went to high school with, and like over the years, and like I don't use my Facebook. I know you don't use yours, but like, so you have all these friends that you just had on there from like years and years and years ago.
Mhm.
Once in a while I'll look at my Facebook and I'll see people I went to high school with or girls I went to, college with or whatever. And they're posting about their opinions on vaccines now that they have kids. And they're like publicly telling people like that they shouldn't vaccinate. First of all, you shouldn't tell people what they should fucking do with their kids when it comes to like, you shouldn't give your friends medical advice unless you're like a clinician.
Even so, a lot of times you shouldn't.
And even so, like they should,
because you don't know the full case unless you're following that patient. If you're there, unless you're that person's physician and you know everything about them and you're really asking all the questions, it's a thorough process to assess somebody clinically. Like, you're not going to sit there and you can't just be like, hey, what are you doing? You're like, I don't know, I got a headache. Yeah, it's just a regular headache. Take this. Like, okay, like what happened? Well, yesterday, about an hour ago, I fell off the fucking kitchen counter and cracked my head on the fucking floor.
And bright lights hurt.
Yeah, exactly. And I fucking fell. I was out for a little while, woke up on the floor, a little blood on the floor. Like, that's a very different scenario than if you tell me you just have a headache because you typically have coffee and you didn't have any today.
Exactly. So you can't tell people not to fucking vaccinate their kids.
No, I agree. You can't. So,
and if you don't vaccinate your kids, keep it to your fucking self.
The thing is, in a lot of ways, if you're not going to vaccinate your kids, that's fine. But your kid can't go to school. Your kid can't go places where he's going to expose people to these illnesses because
I don't want your kid giving my kid mesothelioma.
measles,
because I don't want your kid give my kid mesothelioma because my kid just fucking wanted to show up to kindergarten and you didn't fucking feel like giving your kid the shots. Now I gotta fucking call up fucking Arbor and Arbor. We got a fucking case on our hands.
Yes, measles will kill a kid. Like that, like
Smallpox, bro.
yeah, shit will kill kids. You
Is
can't do
measles
that.
smallpox?
No,
Not the same shit.
no, smallpox is smallpox.
Okay.
So
Leprosy also kills.
when you were just mentioning these, you're talking about these lawyers and shit, these Arbor and whatever the fuck. You know Celino and Barnes?
Yeah,
You know it's just
injury
Celino?
attorneys.
Barnes died in a plane crash,
How long has that been going on?
like a little while ago.
It's only Celinos now?
I heard the jingle on the radio. It said Celino, Celino,
What?
Celino. I was like, where's Barnes at?
You slapped the top of the fucking car thinking this shit was skipping?
I was like, what? Where the fuck is Barnes?
And you looked it up, he's dead?
He's dead. He died in a plane crash. He was like learning how to fly and shit.
Oh my God.
So he crashed a fucking plane, like, or he knew how to fly. He was flying his plane
He thought he knew how to fucking
with his
fly.
niece. She was like 32 years old. They both died, bro. I was like, how tragic is that shit? Right away, he was like, Celino. He said, I'm waiting to cut this motherfucker out
He
this
just
song.
threw him out? I would have kept that. It's a brand thing.
Yeah, exactly. Celino and Barnes, yo. It's like, you know, it's like fucking.
He might have not been fucking with him for years.
Yo, I think I had heard previously, I thought they were having some beef. If nobody knows, Celino and Barnes is from where we're from, it's a law firm.
Yes, and they're always on the radio.
Yeah, and they have all this advertising money and shit like
Their
that.
jingle's amazing.
Yeah, it is. They changed the phone number, which changed the song, but they switched it up well. So it's just a whole bunch of eights. and
Yeah,
shit.
Celino and Barnes, injury attorneys, call 188. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, exactly. A whole bunch of eights. 888-8888.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
shit. But it was those fucking guys were everywhere, bro. They're on fucking overpasses. And
They're on
shit like
every
that.
bus fucking
Billboards, bus stops.
Bus stop. The other dude died too. What's his name? The host of not Jeopardy. Somebody
Yeah, Jeopardy. Alex Trebek.
Alex Trebek died.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fucking cancer, man.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, man. He had cancer for a minute. Yo.
I know nothing.
That's all right, man. This isn't really, you know. Yeah, you should know about Alex Trebek. Have some fucking respect.
You know, somebody, I was doing we had like a holiday party on my job today, and we were doing trivia, and they played a Bruce Springsteen song, and I got it wrong, and a lot of them got it right, and they were like, "Cause Bruce Springsteen, how you know?" And I was like,
Bruce Springsteen sucks.
"I know." You know what I said? I'm not even joking. Who the fuck is Bruce Springsteen? I thought that Bruce Springsteen was like a character from 90210 or some shit like that. I don't know who the fuck Bruce Springsteen. I guess he's a singer.
He's a
I'm
singer
sure I
from
know
Jersey.
his music. He's from
singer
Jersey.
Jersey. Yeah. He's like viewed as like one of the most like American like rock stars, just because he's super fucking like tri-state New York and like America flag. And
Okay,
shit.
well, we
But
were doing holiday
his music fucking sucks though.
We were doing holiday music. I guess he has a Christmas song. I'll tell you which one I didn't get wrong. They played Run DMC's Christmas in Hollis.
Yeah, nobody knew it.
No, yo, well, people got it wrong. I got it right, and I was like, they're from Queens.
You're like, how do you not know Christmas in Hollis?
Hollis is in Queens.
Yeah, how do you not know Christmas
Shout
in
out
Hollis?
to
Shout
all
out Run
my
DMC.
hitters from Hollis.
All right, shout out Run DMC, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of Christmas music, that shit is playing in my house right now. I got the coquito flowing.
So let me ask you a question, because people ask me this today and they think I'm like a fucking Grinch because I don't want to fucking hear Christmas music. I don't like American
you're a
Christmas
fucking
music.
Grinch. Well, Spanish Christmas music, whatever Christmas music you like.
I like saludo, saludo, saludo.
So listen to that. It's your Christmas.
Yeah, I don't mind that shit. I just don't.
But you don't want to hear chestnuts roasting.
I don't want to hear it every fucking day. You can play it on Christmas.
Yeah, well, yeah. Nah, bro, I've been listening to that shit since Thanksgiving,
I
bro.
don't want to listen to none of that shit. I
That
want to
shit
listen to
plays in my
Mariah
crib.
Carey.
Yeah.
Fucking
You don't like Mariah Carey's Christmas? You don't like that shit?
Not all month, bro.
All I want for Christmas.
Bro, you can play that shit in July for me, and I might like, and I'll listen to it. I don't want to listen to it all month.
You're
What
bad.
about that rapey song?
You're a bad person.
What about
the
that?
weird ass one that's like,
Yeah.
which is like, I really can't stay. And he's like, bitch, you staying your ass here.
He's like, I just put a roofie in your drink.
She's like, why you locking the door? And he's like, cause you trying to leave.
You can't taste GHB.
Right?
No, yeah.
Just
I don't-
shh, go to sleep.
Go to
It's
sleep.
just me.
Maybe just one more drink.
Did you hear the remake of that song by John Legend?
No,
You kidding me? Bro, he remade it all nice like.
it's not rapey.
No, but it's so awful. It's so like the opposite direction. He's like, please consider staying with me. And she's like,
my
and she's like, no, because I'm a powerful woman or some shit, you know? And he's like, you know, he's like, you absolutely are. I'm sorry. And shit, like, it's so fucking lame, bro. It's the lamest
Oh
shit
my
ever.
God. Oh, fuck me. Okay.
What?
Go next topic. Last week, you talked to me about Handmaid's Tale.
Talk to me.
Motherfucker, I've watched like 26 hours of this shit since last week, bro.
Talk to me, bro.
This show's crazy.
Talk to me, bro.
This show is
Kidding
insane.
me? You know, me and my girl, that's what we were at Claudio's Halloween party
I knew
2 years ago.
I knew what you guys were because I knew the show existed. And remember last week I talked about some of the spoilers from the show because I know the premise, and I might have watched like an episode,
Yeah.
but now I'm in it.
Bro, it's one of the best shows on TV, bro. It's so compelling. And it's
crazy.
Bro, it's fucking crazy, bro. What are you up to? What are they doing?
Are we going to ruin it for people?
If you haven't seen A Handmaid's Tale yet, you're fucking late to the party.
Bro, I'm up to the part.
Pause this, go watch it, and then come back and press play.
Okay, yeah. Ready? Pause it. She had the baby,
Yeah.
and now she's getting in these motherfuckers'
And they
heads.
took it.
Yeah, they took her baby,
Yep.
but now she's getting in their heads. She's like, what are you going to do when your daughter grows up? She goes, are you going to be ready to give her away? And she's getting in this bitch's head.
Yeah.
And she's telling her man too, yo, these women are gangsters.
Yo.
Where she tells
With the
her
Marthas and shit.
Go
ahead.
ahead.
When she tells her what?
First things first, when the wife tells the husband, then the wife tells the commander, she goes, oh, and you know it's not your kid. You ain't man enough to produce a child. Whoa.
But they got to keep
Gangsta.
the image up.
They got to keep the
'Cause
image.
He's like a politician. And shit.
then I'm up to the part now the fucking handmaid's getting gangsta on him too.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And she straight tells him like, what are you gonna do when your daughter grows up? She goes, you gonna let this happen to her? Or because they just killed that 15-year-old for
Yeah.
running away with the dude.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hung him, yo.
But no, they're
Oh, no,
worse.
they drowned him.
They drowned him in an Olympic-sized
right.
swimming
They
pool. They
chained him
put
together and
chained a
drowned him.
fucking, they chained a kettlebell to their ankles
Fuck.
and drowned him in an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
In front of everybody. In front of all the other handmaids and shit.
Oh my God, these motherfuckers are ruthless.
Yo, they're ruthless. Yo, what do you think of that fucking Miss Trunchbull ass bitch? You know the one that
Oh,
looks like
the
the bitch
aunt?
from Matilda?
Yeah, you talking about Aunt fucking Stacy or whatever that
Yeah,
bitch's
whatever
name
the
is?
fuck her name is.
Yeah, she's cool. She knows. I get certain people's perspective in this fucking world that they're living in because they try to survive.
Yeah.
First of all, women ain't allowed to read.
Yeah, nah.
What?
Come on, that's how they make you dumb. You know how to
What?
keeping you uneducated is the way they can control you, man.
Yeah,
You know?
which is
that's why they never used to let slaves read, because as soon as you start thinking clearly and ideas and shit, you're like, oh, what the fuck we doing? You raise up and start fighting back.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck really triggers people really being able to really embrace and fucking like take shit over.
You think that's why they force feed us all this fucking bullshit media?
That's exactly why they do, to make
Because
us
maybe
dumb.
they want to distract us and
They want
feed
to
us
make
with
us dumb.
nonsense.
And this is why they push you through school and the standards are so low, because they want you to get through, but they want you to remain dumb. I don't want to get into that. I want to keep on A Handmaid's Tale. So,
Oh man,
yo, bro, do you remember when you know how they pair them up and they make them like walk with somebody?
when they got snitched.
Remember that crackhead bitch?
Dude, the fiend.
Oh
the
my
fiend
God,
pulled
she was
up
like-
on her. She said,
Yo, you ain't gonna fuck this up for me. This is
she
the best
said-
my life ever been. Shit.
First of all, they're getting raped once a month, and she's like, she's
terrible.
telling, she's like, we're getting raped once a month. She goes, bitch, you know what I was doing before this? I was getting fucked behind a trash can, behind
Yeah.
an Arby's.
Yep.
She goes, now I'm getting 3 square meals a day. I only get fucked once a month, and I just gotta take it easy and give them a baby.
Yeah, I know.
She said, don't fuck this up for us.
No.
So I get it. Some people's lives were shitty. Yo, they're fucking. She didn't even do nothing crazy. This bitch got caught up in this shit and became a handmaid because she fucked
Adultery.
somebody else's man, but he wasn't even with the bitch. He was with her when they did it originally, but he left her and they had a family.
And they like
together.
started a family.
Yeah, they found that out. What? They took
bro.
her.
Crazy, right? Yo, how crazy is it when you
Her
start
job is to make children. The husband will slam you once a month until you get pregnant, and then you have to give up that kid and give it over to the family. And then they simulate like they're giving birth together.
How weird!
How
and
weird
crazy.
is that?
And they're all
She's
cheering
rubbing
them
her
on.
stomach
I know.
and shit.
She's pretending she's doing the breathing.
Yeah,
The
dude.
bitch that's not having the kid.
Dude, my girl who is giving
No,
birth.
you don't have the right to pretend you experienced that. You
She's
didn't.
disgusted
give birth.
by it.
You didn't.
She's
give
disgusted
birth,
by
you
it, bro.
fucking phony bitch.
Yeah, bro. First of all,
Your girl gave birth naturally.
yeah.
She's a gangster, yo. So she knows what the fuck is up with that thing.
Yeah.
You don't have the right to pretend that you fucking gave birth.
How dare you?
You don't have the right to claim that, bro. That's the most gangster thing that you can do in life is give birth to a child.
What-
We'll never be able to be more gangster.
Never, ever.
Never in our fucking lives.
One thing that's
compared
pretty
to
cool.
that.
Women change after they give birth.
Oh my God, yeah.
There's so much more. Before my girl had a baby, she would have never cried during this fucking show.
Yeah. It's
Post
different,
baby?
bro. It's different.
She's seen what's going on with
Oh
the
my
kids.
God. It's appalling.
When she's seen that, when she brought her to see her daughter,
Yeah.
my girl was in the crib crying
Oh my God. I
her
know.
eyes out, sobbing,
I know. Yeah,
ugly
I know.
face on, shit, the lip going.
Yo,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
Sad. When you see her playing and she looks happy with like another family. and
Yeah,
shit,
I love you,
what
honey.
the
I'm just
fuck,
kidding.
man? That shit is so fucking crazy,
Dude, it's
bro.
insane.
It's crazy.
The show. So I'm up to season. I'm up to the last episode of season 2. I'm up to season 3 right now.
How many seasons are there? 'Cause you know it's coming back.
Season 4 is coming. I think.
Bro, me and my girl are getting so ready, son.
Yeah. So
How about that chick they snatched her eye out, son?
they fucking cut her eye. First of all, how about the motherfuckers? They got shoveling radio. They got the motherfuckers in
Banish you to that nuclear shit.
yeah, the nuclear shit. What's that place in Europe? It's
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the motherfuckers like in a Chernobyl environment. Essentially, I guess the environment's like fed by this. What explain that?
I don't really know. I think what it is I think it's just I guess there was some kind of like nuclear. There was a war. I think it's some kind of like nuclear war, and like the Gilead won.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. Like I think they took over in
And
and now this is like contaminated areas, and I think they just fucking like
They're
send you there
cleaning
to try
it.
to clean it out,
Okay, that makes sense because so they send you there
and you
that-
just slowly die and like rot away from radiation.
yeah.
It's fucking
The girls
crazy.
are just coming back. I'm up to also the part where they just sent that girl who was there, the one who they did the female genital mutilization surgery to. FGM. You know what FGM is?
Yeah.
So they did that to one of the girls in the show, which
Oh yeah, the one because she was gay, right?
Yeah, awareness for you guys. There's places in the earth where there's places in
there's places all over the
in
world they still do
Africa,
that. It's
and
fucking
they still do
terrible.
it. It's fucking terrible.
And we're over here like pretending we're oppressed.
Yeah,
Fucking
the fact that
we're over here playing fucking pretending we're oppressed. I fucking can't. Go ahead.
I want everybody should have to spend a fucking 2 months in a third world country
To understand what oppression is.
but a couple weeks every year
To understand what oppression is.
and understand how people are living
This is not oppression.
before you start fucking
This is
talking
not
about you're
oppression.
oppressed. But yeah, so they did the surgery and they remove essentially female genital mutilization is when they remove your clitoris.
yeah,
They took hers off because she was a lesbian.
Yeah, she's a goddamn gangster though. They made her a gangster.
Well,
That's
now
the
she's
worst
in the
thing.
house and don't say anything because I don't know yet.
Okay.
She's in the house with this crazy motherfucker.
The dude from Billy Madison.
Yes.
yeah.
I don't know this motherfucker from a hole in the wall, and I don't know if his bitch
How much
is
do you
crazy.
know about him yet?
I know that there's a lot of sass in that house because when she walked in, the Martha was popping some wild shit, and I was like, "Whoa, who taught this bitch octagon?" You know, I was like, "Who let her read?" But now the wife comes in and starts saying that he's crazy. Watch out! I don't know if the wife is crazy, and so
You gotta keep watching, man.
I gotta
It's
keep
a great
watching.
show, man. It's a great show, man. It really is. Like anybody that has not watched The Handmaid's Tale, man, it's honestly one of the best shows. Like when people talk about great shows and stuff like that, and they're like, Game of Thrones is the best show. I'm like, yo, to be honest with you, I was just as compelled by The Handmaid's Tale as I was by Game of Thrones.
you told me about this a week ago. I've watched 23
Bro,
hours of it.
it's one of the
I've
most
watched
compelling
23 episodes.
And when you start to watch the shit that's going on now in our government and stuff, this is what I tell people at work. I'm like, yo, this is Gilead. I was like, they're trying to make Gilead. I was like, this is the way this shit happens. It happens in times like this. Little pockets of shit starts to develop.
You don't notice, but they're making you dumb by
Yeah.
distracting you with all this fuck shit. We're still talking about we rigged the fucking election. People still
Yeah.
think that there's fucking fake fucking ballots.
Yeah.
People still fucking believe that.
And people
That's what
still
you guys
do-
are talking
and people
about.
still thought it wasn't rigged before.
What
It's
the
rigged
fuck?
from jump. It's just not rigged in a direction that any of us even fucking know is happening.
No, not what's happening. What they think is
No,
happening here.
That's not the rigging.
That fucking Pennsylvania shit that there's extra people
This
voting.
was rigged This was rigged 20 years ago. This election. You know what I'm saying?
fuck
Like
outta
everything
here.
is set up by everybody. They go backstage and they all shake hands.
This is a fucking dog and pony show.
Everybody. That's what it is.
I don't want to get sniped,
Yeah. Let's fucking.
so let's stay away from it.
We'll get fucking like shadow banned.
I don't want to get murdered.
But yeah, man, what else? Let me see. What else we got? I know I was like, they were talking about the stimulus check that I mentioned. People are like pushing to get $2,000 a month.
What?
Yeah, people are trying to fucking push for that. These socialist people. I'm like, yo, you don't just get to have $2,000.
You know what that does? What that does on the back end to the
What?
economy?
Yeah, it
Giving-
just fucking crushes everything.
It's not the way it fucking works. You can't
No.
just give out money.
No, you can't just give money out.
Dude,
Did I
for
tell you
me-
about the guy that ran up on me when I was pumping gas after I fucking worked? I worked
Yes.
all night long. The guy that came over and tried to get money from me for free
Yeah.
and then asked me to take him inside and use my credit card.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell the story. You kind of already told it.
I was pumping gas at the gas station near where I work, and I had just worked an overnight shift. I worked overnight. I get out. I'm pumping gas in my car using a gift card that my mom gave me for my birthday that passed a couple months ago. I'm using the goddamn card. Some guy comes over to me. He's like, "Hey, man." I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man?" He's like, you got like a couple dollars I could have?" I was like, "Nah, I don't have any cash. Like, I don't have any money on me." I'm like, "Nah, I'm sorry, I don't have any money." I was like, I just have this gift card. It's what I'm using to get the gas." And he's like, "All right." He's like, "But you got like a regular card? Like we could like go inside and and you could like get me something." And I was like, "Get the fuck away from me, bro. Like, get the fuck away from me, like right now."
You know what's crazy is that happens because you were in an area where they don't smack fiends.
Yeah.
Because that would never happen down the street.
I know.
At
I
that
know.
gas station down the street,
Nah.
no one's
See,
gonna.
over here at the gas station, they would be like,
They pump your gas first of all.
"Yeah, this is my whole entire fucking point.
They pump your gas.
You didn't offer to do anything. You didn't offer to earn this money at all. You just think you're entitled to the money I just earned. I just went and worked and earned money, came out, and you think that you're entitled to my money. You think that you're entitled to me giving you the money that I just sacrificed away from my family, away from my house, away from things that I want to do in my spare time, away from my podcast. This is what you did. That's what I did. And you think that you can get money from me for
nothing? For nothing?
Like, you're not even washing the wheels on my car. You're not offering to vacuum my car. You're not offering to pump my gas. You're not offering anything at all. Wash my windows,
Nothing.
not nothing.
I'm gonna tell you about a homeless guy by
The
my mother's house.
Fuck away from me.
This homeless guy by my mother's house, he holds down the laundromat and the 7-Eleven.
That's what you do.
And he's still there. He's been there since I was a kid.
Yeah.
He's still there. He hits the laundromat during peak hours and he brings people's laundry in for tips. And then
That's
after
work.
that, he hits the Sevs and he opens every time somebody comes in. He opens the door and he takes out the garbage at 7-Eleven. He takes out the outside garbage. The guy's like, "Yo, bring me a bag." Goes inside, gets a bag, takes out the garbage for the cashiers so that they don't have to go out there and take out the garbage. And they let him. He doesn't bother anybody. He just opens the door for you.
See, that's
At
how
the
you get your
laundromat,
money.
when you're bringing in laundry, you got a big bag. He's like, "Yo, can I take that inside for you?" If you don't give him nothing, you don't give him nothing.
Yeah.
But everybody gives him something. This guy's been there for years.
See, you know what he's doing?
He's working.
He's working. He's earning his money.
He's
Is
an
it-
entrepreneur.
Yeah, honestly, he's a fucking business owner. He's freer than me.
Yeah, freer than both of us.
Fuck. Like, so that to me is my only thing. I'm not mad that you need money. I'm not mad that you may or may not have somewhere to live. I feel terrible that you don't.
Yeah, it sucks.
But when you come over to me and you don't even attempt to earn a dollar that you're asking for, imagine I went to my employer and I said, "Hey guys, I'm not working today. Just give me money."
No, it's not even like that.
The fuck are you
Imagine
talking about?
going to another employer.
Yeah, one that's not even my employer. My
Yeah.
employer.
Yeah, and saying, I don't work here, but can I just get some money for the day?
Yeah. Like,
Say-
come on, man. I just want some money.
I say, wait, what? No, I'm not giving you anything. No, that's ridiculous. And the fact that people think that they could do that, it's
It's arrogantly fucking like it's entitlement. Like, it's entitlement. Like, do something, bro. Yeah, I don't just give my money away, man.
No.
I just bust.
Nobody
my ass.
gives it to me.
No. And
Nobody.
I don't go out and ask for it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I want to go out and earn my money.
Can you imagine what it's like in California?
Fucking, I've been there, bro. I'm telling you, you know me. I've had ambitions to move to California. Never will I move there. That
Bro, the
fucking,
homeless population in California. We talked about
when's
it
the
before.
last time you've been there?
Oof, 15 years ago.
I was there a couple years ago,
I've been in a while. I do want to go though.
and it's way worse now. Bro, they have upwards of like 50, 60,000 homeless people.
There's entire like villages.
There's encampments.
Encampments, yeah. Of like tents.
And you know that they're finding like bubonic plague and shit among these people? Like, they're finding medieval diseases in these fucking communities.
From them just living in like
In
that
squalor.
filth, yeah.
They just live in filth. They shoot drugs. They share needles. There's needles all over the fucking place. It's like they're shitting in the street. That's a waste problem. The whole reason why humans live so long in large part is due to sanitation and regulations that we made.
Fucking plumbing
You're not just dumping your shit bucket from your chamber pot
into
You're
the
not just
street.
going and dumping that shit in the road. You know, like there's regulations. You're not allowed to do that kind of shit for public health and public safety. Like, you can't do that. You will kill people. People die from disease. That's where disease comes from. And
The
that's how you
flies that are flying around there, then
Yeah.
they make it into the wind blows. Those flies get into Encino. Forget about it.
Fucking god damn it, man. I just said this is what pushes me to thinking there's a homeless industrial complex. That's what I think. I think that these people there's an incentive. It's incentivized to keep people homeless or to make more homeless people. I think that they're getting some kind of funding. I think they're getting some kind of something there's some kind of kickback to keeping people poor.
I think keeping people poor, I don't think there needs to be a kickback, because the more poor people, the longer it solidifies you being wealthy. Because there doesn't.
Well, I
need to
mean,
be-
California based. Like,
okay,
I'm
okay,
talking
okay.
specifically about Gavin Newsom. Like, I know that he's got
that guy's a fucking idiot.
guy's a fucking
He's the guy that
retard.
told you can't leave your fucking house in California.
yeah from
They've
10
got a
p.m. to
curfew now
10 p.m. to 5
in
a.m.
California.
Yeah,
Adam 22 said, "Nope, Pokemon Go time, hitting the streets."
that's easy.
Yeah, bro, listen, that's so ridiculous
Yeah,
that
bro.
you can't. That you're gonna.
And this is why things like Gilead they're like, these are the things I try to tell people. That's an exaggerated form, of course, because there's other things involved. I don't mean about the handmaids and
Yeah.
all that. I mean about controlling, government taking over, government controlling things, government making you dependent, government telling you what you can and can't do. I mean, people were calling the police on neighbors for having more than 10 people at their house for Thanksgiving.
Did you see this thing I sent you about that restaurant getting raided?
How ridiculous. U.S. Marshals and shit. Who was that? Was that a police force or was that
the
Marshals?
sheriff's department.
The sheriff's department was raiding a business, a bar.
Ridiculous.
Like, what are we doing? This is like, guys, if we don't wake the fuck up, like, you know, if we don't wake up, like, what's next?
Local business owners it's like corporate America is not the ones that are, suffering the most.
No, it's mom and pop shops that are the
Mom and
majority
pop
of
shops.
American business. Like 70% of American business is small business. Like, do you understand that's more than half? If we crush small business, our country falls apart.
Well, what will happen is that we'll only be forced to buy things from Amazon and Walmart and all these big, huge companies.
But either way, it's not enough to sustain.
No, what happens is that I think that companies like Walmart and Amazon, that they have the infrastructure to expand, they could lose money for years, these companies.
Yeah, they
So
can.
but that's what happens is that then now there becomes a monopoly where I can't support local businesses. I can't support Latino owned businesses. I can't support Black owned businesses. I can't support, X, Y, Z owned businesses because they don't exist.
Yeah.
There's just this monopoly on this.
I'm talking about that the economy will fold.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like, that's what I mean. Like, it's
well, with all the people not making any money now.
and
yeah.
with all the businesses that, like, 70% of American business is done by small business.
I didn't know that.
If we crush that business, if we crush these businesses, we crush the economy. Like, yeah, you have Amazon, yeah, you have Google, but Nah, like look around. Look around here. Look around anywhere, any neighborhood. Look at the restaurants. These aren't corporate restaurants, most of them. You know, you go by where I'm at, these restaurants and everything. These are all one and done. Maybe 2 businesses, 2, 3 locations, maybe.
And the corporate restaurants, they know what they're doing. They're franchising, so they got no responsibility. They don't lose. When that thing goes under, it's like, all right, well, we just make a little less money now. We got to close down now when that one closed down, so on and so forth. So yeah, 100%. It's really a crazy concept to think about. Man. So many people out of jobs.
Yeah, it's a lot of people out of jobs.
Are out of jobs. It's like painstaking.
If you think about like the domino effect of these things, it's unbelievable. Like you have somebody like, okay, they're not working. So, you know, they're buying less food at the grocery store. Grocery store is making less money. Grocery store pays their staff either less or cuts overtime, or
they don't need as much staff.
Or yeah, they don't need as much staff. They cut down on product they buy. They cut down on all these things. Now the people that make these products, the farmers that make these products, now less things are being purchased from them. Now these people that work there, they can spend less because they're making less money. So now they can't, you know, and then you have these people can't buy homes now. These people have to stay in low rent housing. Now other housing is open, and now you have these real estate investors. Like it literally trickles backwards. It like goes up the mountain.
Yeah.
You know, when you crush the economy like that, it's just terrifying to me. Like I'm more concerned about recovering economically the country than I am about recovering from a pandemic.
So it's ridiculous that people think that they should get $2,000 a month.
Yeah. Long story short, you don't get to have $2,000, bro. Go out and fucking work.
I don't think that's good. I'm not
like work,
a proprietor to like a redistribution of wealth or anything like that. I think that people just, if you want something, you need to go out and get it. Yeah, just go out and get that shit.
Go and earn
How many more stories do you need to hear about people who come from other countries and come here and become millionaires? You're born in this country. You got all the opportunities in the world. I don't want to fucking hear shit about anybody who is born here and they think they got the fucking dealt a bad hand. Yeah,
nah. You're here. Unless, of course, there's some crazy shit. Like if you were like born and like your neighbor was like doing something to you and shit like that. That's some different shit.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, I'm saying, then your life is fucked up. But I'm saying, like, if, you know, I'm talking, we're talking, it sounds like we're on the same page here. Like, if you're able-bodied and you're fine, you're healthy, you're able to work, you know, there's no reason why you're essentially choosing to, you know, live a life that's less than what you feel you need or you want. Go out and get more. You know what I'm saying? There's opportunity, man. I know people I work with, man, they got 2 full-time jobs, man. This guy I work with, he also works full-time with my dad. He works full-time where I work and works full-time where my dad works. One overnight, one day shift.
Damn.
He's not from here because it's very seldom that you find an American with that kind of fucking work ethic.
Dude, and that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Fucking crazy. That's
that privilege shit, you know? You never really had to go anywhere. These people don't understand like about anybody who comes here from another place.
Yeah.
You can't even commit to what restaurant you want to eat at or where you want to go on vacation. These people uproot their entire lives and move to a different country
with no money,
where they speak a different language and they have nothing there. And the truth is that they're not really wanted there because the not a majority, but we live in New York as a melting pot. It's different over here. But when you go to other places, you know, they really don't look at us like, you know, we belong here. Yeah. Y'all stole this shit from somebody else.
Yeah,
you crazy?
For sure.
And then you guys immigrated over here. How dare you?
For sure, man. Like if you want to look at it that way, none of us are from here. None of us belong here.
None of us are from here.
None of us belong here. We're all on stolen land.
Yeah.
You know,
we're really not from here. But you guys ain't really fucking. You guys really ain't from here either. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
We're just closer to not being from here because we're here one generation. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's ridiculous.
It's it's the entitlement that really I think is crushing a lot of everything. This is what's making it. Everybody wins.
Entitlement and people are so sensitive about everything. You can't say anything anymore. You can't make any fucking funny jokes.
No.
I made a joke. I'm not gonna say what podcast I made it on because I wanted to be looking for it. But I made a joke a couple weeks ago that at the end I had to ask. I was like, "Damn, was that joke too far? Did I make you uncomfortable with that joke?" And in my mind, I'm like, "I should be able to. If it's a joke,
yeah, it's a fucking.
I should
joke,
be able
man.
to fucking make whatever fucking joke I want."
Tell me about it, man. It's like it's. People aren't allowed to make mistakes anymore. People aren't allowed to make jokes and fuck up talking and shit like that anymore. It's like, it's almost as if we have to one take life. That's not how life works. Life's not a one-take deal. Everybody fucks up. Everybody screws up. Bro, I would never be where I'm at today if like the grades I got in high school actually mattered.
Yeah. Ooh. I definitely wouldn't be.
Bro, imagine that I fucked up in high school, given I had to work my ass off afterwards. In college, I had to go to like a community college first and like, get my grades up and shit to increase my GPA. I made the road longer for myself for sure.
We both made the wrong substantially longer.
Yeah.
Because we ended up, I think we graduated around the same age.
Yeah.
So 100%.
Yeah.
But
It made me who I am. It got
wouldn't
me where I
trade
am. Me neither, bro. I got 3 degrees and I used one of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't
I
trade.
used one.
I wouldn't trade it for the world.
That's not how it is.
I'm smarter because of the poor decisions I've made.
Agreed. And I think that I'm smarter in other ways. Like I work with people that knew what they wanted to do when they were a kid. So they just like worked all the way up toward that goal. You put them in a room full of people, they're fucking lost.
Oh my God. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You put them in a room full of people, they don't know what they're talking about. They can't approach people. God forbid you watch a guy that's been through college like that for that long. Watch him go try to talk to a female. You want to be a fly on the wall when a guy that's been in college for half his life goes up there trying to talk to a female?
Awkward.
Holy fuck. Or even worse, a guy that didn't go to school for all that, going to talk to a female that went to school for all that shit. That conversation is, they are the driest. They don't even speak humor. They don't even understand jokes.
We were
Where's Twiz at in the chat?
No. I don't think Twiz in the chat anymore.
All right.
But we were talking about it just keeps moving. Sometimes when you move your hands wildly, it looks
like something's scrolling.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I keep looking at it. So I apologize. But
That's okay.
the other day we were talking at work and I had to present something and they're like, "Oh, you nervous?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm pretty good at talking. I don't mind." And I'm not arrogant like I'm good at public speaking, but
Because you don't sweat it.
I was like, I'm just talking to people. I don't really, and I've been talking to people forever.
Yeah.
But there's like this thing that we have because we worked harder or because of our decisions are made in life that we're just more comfortable in these environments. And I make a joke with them. I'm just like, I'm just super jiggy. So I just have the ability to talk to anybody. I don't give a fuck. I'll talk to anybody.
Because we understand real consequence.
Man, that's what it is.
Like people at jobs, they are scared of people that just are firm with the way they talk and shit. And I'm like, that person scares you. That person isn't going to physically do anything to you. I come from a place where scary people will stab you.
Yeah, you're crazy.
That's not scary to me.
That dude ain't scary.
Wait, is he going to stab you? No. Is he going to shoot you? No. Does he know where you live? No. What are you talking about? Why is anybody scared of this guy?
Yeah, why are you afraid?
Why are you scared of this guy? Why are you scared of this woman? Why are you scared of this person?
For the same reason why some people are afraid to lose their jobs. If you are an American citizen and you went to school, do not allow your job to treat you poorly. Or if you didn't go to school, but you're an expert in your field, do not allow your job to treat you a certain way. That's ridiculous. However, if you are undocumented and and
your options are limited,
you're gonna have to eat shit. And that's the fucking name of the game.
Absolutely.
But if you went to school or you're an expert in your field or you're very good at your job, take your fucking services elsewhere if they don't appreciate you where you are.
Nah, I agree.
You cannot, and especially, and I say this to people all the time, like, college isn't the only road to success. And,
Absolutely
and,
not.
and it doesn't, and sometimes people go and it doesn't even work for them. So it's an option. You have to work just as hard after college as you worked in college.
Yeah.
It just opens up. I think that it makes things a little easier.
And be likable.
Yeah.
This is my advice to anybody that says like, oh, what college should I go to? Blah, blah. I say, listen, before you start talking about college, before you start talking about what you want to specialize in, what you want to learn how to do trade-wise or knowledge-wise, you want to acquire this degree. What you really need to do more than anything is make sure that you don't suck as a person.
Yeah.
Because if you're fucking annoying or you're rude or you just don't gel well with other people, you don't work well with people, you're just an asshole, all the college in the world is not going to get you shit.
Yeah, that's 100% true. There's you don't want to work with anybody that's a jerk.
No.
And it's not about it's not about like when you go to school, you pick a school. This is funny because I feel like I have this conversation often with people. They're like, I don't know what to go to school with. Listen, what do you want to do, right? What kind of a lifestyle do you want to live? Do you want to live a very luxurious lifestyle? Then I get it that you love baking, but you're going to need to bake when you make your millions. You can bake after that. Because
Yeah.
if you want to live a luxurious lifestyle and you think you're going to be a baker and make millions, newsflash, it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. So
It's-
if money
it's
is the
difficult.
driver,
Yeah.
then you need to look at certain and time is a factor.
Yes.
Because if you want to be a millionaire and you want to be a baker, you could get there, but it's going to take you a long fucking time. You're going
It's
to
gonna
have
be
to
much harder.
establish- You're going to
You
have
should-
to build brands, and it's going to be a big thing.
You should probably go to school for something different.
Yeah.
And then if baking is your passion, great. You don't have to make money baking to still love baking.
Yeah.
You can continue baking.
Agreed.
You could go to school for investment banking, go to school for fucking marketing, finance, fucking PA, fucking MD,
Yeah.
JRD. Go to school and get one of these degrees that are notorious for making large lump sums of money, and then use that money to follow your passion. Do you
Yeah.
want to live a medium lifestyle and you just want to enjoy your job?
Yeah.
Go find something for that.
Do you want more time?
Yeah. Do you want more time?
Free time
Yeah,
and
what
care
kind
less
of a-
about money. You
what-
care more about time and less about money, then there's other things that you can do.
Exactly. Find out whatever you do for a living does not define you. And we live in this world where like people are like, I'm this and I'm that. And it's like, I don't really give a fuck. It doesn't mean who you are. What does that mean with who you are?
No.
What is the fact that you're a fucking
Or whatever.
You're a juggling specialist. What does that have to do with your personality? It has nothing
Yeah.
to do with that.
Nothing. Because juggling's awesome. I'll watch you for 5 minutes. 10
Yeah,
minutes.
100%.
But after that, I'm like, all right, bro, stop juggling. Let's
Let's
what-
just
what do you
chill.
wanna
Yeah.
do
Are
this
you
weekend?
are you a human? There's obviously certain fields that are like addicted to certain people based on their personalities. Like doctors are usually more empathetic people, or people who are like caregivers. That's why there's more female physicians than there are male
and
physicians.
female nurses.
And female nurses.
Nursing. You got to be.
Healthcare in general.
Yeah, you have to be.
There's
committed
more
to-
females in
to-
healthcare.
Yeah.
But you don't have to go to a super nice school. You don't have to, all of me, you, I'm pretty sure your significant other and my significant other
yeah.
all didn't go to, she went to a CUNY school. I went to a community college. You went to a community college. And then I went to a CUNY school.
Yeah.
And then
I went to a private school after that.
oh,
but
you
then
son of a
went back-
bitch.
But then went back to a state school after.
All right.
Yeah,
You're
so-
back at yeah.
And my girl went to a community college, and now she's at a private school now.
Yeah, so it's not, none of that shit fucking matters.
It doesn't
bro.
matter.
It does not matter.
I literally know people that the same degree, I mean, very, very close to me, the same degree, one paid $5,000, the other paid 100,000, and they make the same money. On the contrary, the one that paid $5,000 makes a little more than the one that made 100,000. That paid 100,000.
And this person's fucking
But the same
swamped
degree.
in student debt.
Yeah, but just so happens that they, they got employed well and are able to pay it down like to a point. But that's a very, very, that's fucking astronomical. So again, here's one more thing we can talk about: return on your investment.
Yes.
When you look
so
at a
don't go
degree-
to school for basket weaving and spend fucking $50,000 a semester to learn how to weave baskets because you really like
Yeah.
weaving baskets right now.
And then come out and be mad that you can't find a job and somebody owes you that money back.
Yeah.
Do some research on the field. You know what I mean? Like, unless
You gotta
you're
know how
really
much-
willing to be that good of a basket weaver that you don't care about how much money you paid for it.
But the thing is about the debt that you end up in. It's almost, in my opinion, immoral for universities to continue to allow students to invest so much money in this education that they know they're going to be. Penn State, this is a fact that this is something that I heard the other day. Penn State's average tuition is like $60,000
A year?
a year,
Wow.
right? You know what excuse me. I think it's more than that. Penn State education from, let's just say an education from Penn State costs you like I want to say it's like $50,000 a semester. So it's like, let's just say,
$50,000 a semester?
I mean, $50,000 a year, 4 years, 200.
Okay. So about $200K.
Let's just use round numbers, right? $200K. However, the average income for a student after graduating is $60,000.
Look at that. How are you ever? You'll never, ever climb that mountain.
Why? How is that fair? And you're educating people. So as you're in school, like many students learn right beside me, like, wait a second, this doesn't fucking make any sense.
Absolutely.
The average salary for an accountant for the first year is $60,000, but I'm $200,000 in debt. And the accountants make good money. What about if you decided you wanted to follow your passion and you wanted to become a fucking studio engineer. And great, some studio engineers make a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
But how many studio engineers do you know
Making a fuck ton of money.
that don't make any fucking money?
Oh my God. Fucking me. I know a million that fucking don't make much money doing that.
So perfect.
I don't make money recording people. I just like to do it.
So you got to be realistic about what you want to go. And people need to stop telling people, it's like, well, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? Shut the fuck up. I want to make money for the rest of my fucking life. I don't want to fucking, just because I love fucking playing basketball doesn't mean that I'm going to put all my eggs in this basketball thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something that's statistically proven to make money. That's going to enable me to live the lifestyle that I want to live. So I think a better question is, what kind of a lifestyle do you want to live?
Yeah.
Not what do you want to do forever?
Yeah. And the lifestyle, and when we say lifestyle, we don't mean lifestyle money wise only. Like
No.
we mean lifestyle as in, how do you want to live? Do you want to, like I said before, do you want more time to be at the beach?
Exactly.
Then you need to keep your expenses low
Yeah.
and work a job that allows you to be either near the beach or gives you a lot of free time to be at the beach.
I love traveling, so I'm gonna be a fucking. So I'm gonna be a person that has to work 24 hours a day, and has to work all year long, and I'm gonna go on vacation once a week. No, maybe you should be a flight attendant. Maybe you
Yeah.
should be a truck driver.
Or maybe you should do something, have an online business that you're not tied to a brick and mortar location.
Yeah, exactly. I think there just needs to be more thought put into this shit. We're all over the fucking place today.
Nah, but it's good though.
But I think that this is a topic that for me, I'm pretty
It
passionate
was
about.
compelling for me because I'm passionate about it too, because I made the mistakes myself. All the student debt that I have is with a degree that I didn't use.
Yeah, but it's different because it's in the same industry.
Yeah, it's in the same industry.
You're not as fucked as the guy who went to culinary school and now he's an accountant.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I feel you, but you're right. I think
Just to big
eventually
you up
it's
a
going to
little
pay
bit.
off. I think eventually,
Eventually it will.
it'll make sense.
You'll use that. You're not using it now, but you will use it undoubtedly.
Yeah. And I probably am using it unbeknownst to me.
You're using it in your mind. They're just not paying you for that knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. That's more what I mean. I'm not being paid for that
Exactly.
at the moment.
Yeah. I just got lucky. My major, so I'm such a broad industry. Like IT is so broad that when you go to school for like IT, like even if you're working at Best Buy, you kind of made it. Yeah, you made it. You know what I'm saying? I'm working in IT.
Yeah.
In the IT department.
I got
you know what I'm saying?
Geek Squad.
So exactly. Yeah. So not to put any of those guys down. We were talking about this before we fucking went live. It's like,
yeah, somebody's job does not define them.
your job doesn't define you.
I hate that question. When somebody comes in a room and says, "What do you do?" What do you mean?
What does it matter?
What do I do for what? To earn money? Or what do I do in my spare time? What do I like to do? What are my hobbies?
I think that's a better question. Like, what are your hobbies? Because that's going to define
Like,
who
what do you guys
are.
like to do?
Yeah, that defines who you are. The fact that
What
I'm
you're
a garbage
choosing
man.
to do in your free time.
Yeah. So exactly, because if you tell me, me personally, I was a housekeeper for like 5 years. Right?
Yeah.
In a hospital.
Mhm.
So I was a janitor essentially.
Mhm.
Janitors, they're not the same, but the public likes to look at them like they're the same.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
not the same. So if you would ask me like, oh, what do you do? I was like, I'm a housekeeper. Oh, you take out garbage for a living. What does that really mean about me? It doesn't say anything about me except for while I was in college, I took a job that paid me more than any of my friends were getting paid.
Yeah, exactly.
But the truth is like, I would tell people all the time, I was like, dude, there's adults that work in here that feed their family, who own homes,
Yeah.
who are successful, who do the same thing that I do. So you could look at me like I take out garbage for a living, like as if like you're better than me
Yeah.
because you're working at Foot Locker.
Yeah.
But I'm doing all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And and it enabled me, dude, taking out garbage enabled me to go to college and educate myself,
Exactly.
so on and so forth.
Exactly.
So like,
same, bro.
it's crazy that people think that their jobs define them, and then the adverse people, the other side of it, where you have people who their jobs are their lives, and this happens a lot with people who are
In certain industries.
in certain industries. And I'll say one, right? People who are cops, that's like their identity. They're
Yeah.
cops all the time.
Yeah.
I got some friends who are cops all the time. They're police officers, and I got some friends who aren't cops all the time.
Yep. Same.
It shouldn't define you, man. It shouldn't. We're all just, I think that's the mantra that those industries want to put on you to separate you from the rest of society so you could feel like you're different and that, but no, we're all the same.
Yeah.
It makes you better at your job because you separate yourself. It's like, oh, I'm not these people. I'm different.
You start only hanging out with cops.
Yeah.
And like all your friends are cops. You hang out at cop bars. You know, like that's how that shit really goes.
And I get the other side of it because I'm sure if we had a cop here, they would say like, well, I want to hang out with places I'm safe because the general public hates me. And I understand what you're saying. And
well, that's a new thing.
that is a new thing.
That's a newer thing. I mean, before that wasn't the case. I mean,
People always dislike the cops, but they didn't dislike them as much as they like them now.
and they didn't dislike them when they're off duty.
No, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what anybody does. But I just want to play a little devil's advocate.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like that's just one of the career paths. I think that physicians is another one of those weird paths.
Yeah,
where,
nursing is like that.
nursing's like that.
Nursing is like that.
I think clinicians in general, like they identify, like they're like
yeah.
like you still want me to call you doctor, you know.
Yeah, like when
Seuss
you're out of the hospital.
Yeah.
When you're out of work and not in your lab coat, you want us to call you doctor. Like I saw that on a Gordon Ramsay episode of Kitchen Nightmares. I saw that. You know Gordon Ramsay? the chef? Yeah, I saw one like that. He went to a Jamaican restaurant and the lady was a doctor. And while she was running her restaurant, she wanted him to call her doctor. Like he was like, Miss, whatever. And she was like, doctor, whatever. And he was like, oh, okay, doctor. Like, and he respected it and shit. And I would have been like,
You're
the
not
fuck
a
out of here.
doctor right
I'm
now.
leaving. You're not like,
working in that capacity.
I'm not fucking mandated to recognize how much studying you did. I don't really give a fuck.
Yo, the fact, you know what fucking bothers me about one of these fucking those things like that is that the way the justice system, the way the courts are ran and how archaic it is, and you have to like
Stand up
stand
for this fucking douchebag.
stand for the honorable Judge Dickhead.
Yeah, and he's all the way above everybody.
Yeah, you
he gets
can't
to bang a hammer and
speak.
tell you to shut up.
He could put you in a fucking hole.
He'll put you
for
in a cage.
saying some shit. He'll
Yeah.
put you in a fucking
For not shutting up when he
cage.
tells you to shut up, he puts you in a cage.
How ridiculous is that? I had to write a paper on this in college, and I know when my professor read it, he was like, "Whoa, didn't think this was going to happen." But I said how archaic it is,
Yeah.
and how ridiculous it is.
That's
that this
right.
Supreme leader in here, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, bro.
We're judged by our peers.
yeah.
You're there to make sure the shit goes right and none of the rules break.
Yeah, you know the rules.
Yeah.
You're the little packet that comes with the Monopoly game.
And
that's you.
Yeah, and I respect the fact that you went to school and you worked hard, and I understand it and I get it and I respect it 100%. As
Yeah.
somebody who went to school, dude, you worked hard to get to where you are.
Yeah.
And you have your doctorate. I get it. I respect that. But that doesn't mean that I have to call you your honor.
No, fuck no. Especially if you're an asshole, you got to earn respect with me.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I don't like that shit. I know I have had to go to court in the past.
Everybody gets a traffic ticket.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yes.
Traffic ticket. So when I'm in there, like, you're not allowed to you essentially have zero rights as a human being in traffic court anywhere.
Oh, 100%. And the second you get up there, you're in full dick sucking mode.
Yo, I'm sitting there and like I had a question and like the fucking like cop dude's walking around. He's like, sit down.
Oh, the
I'm
bailiff?
Like, yeah, and I'm like, wait, like I'm trying to like ask. He's like, sit down. And I'm like, yo, I don't need to. I'm just trying to talk to the lady over there that I talked to before. Like that's like you know how traffic court is now. You just go up and you plead. There's a bunch of windows. And shit, and they just fucking let you do whatever. How much money you got? It's just an extortion thing.
That's exactly what it is.
You know, it's just like, yo, how much can I pay for you guys to just fucking leave me alone?
Yeah.
Like,
how much do I have to pay for this privilege of driving?
Yeah, exactly. Like, fuck off. Who do I have to bribe? This is essentially a third-party bribing system. But anyway,
Yeah.
So I want to escalate some. He won't let me. Here come the lawyers, and they're allowed to do whatever. They're like chumming it up, like, haha. They're walking around willy-nilly. Like,
They're on their phone.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they're on their
You're
phone.
not allowed to put your phone in there.
You're not allowed to do anything in there. They're doing whatever they want, man. And I'm like, yo, I'm just trying to stand up. And like his whole face changes. He's like, I didn't see him right there and shit. Hey, sit down. Like, and I'm like, what the fuck? How dare you?
You
bro?
know the lawyers go through a
Talk to
different
me like
door.
that?
They go through like a different. You know, you've been online outside of court.
Yes.
I've been online outside that court.
Yeah.
You know the lawyers don't have to wait on that line.
No, of course not.
They don't wait on that line.
No,
They go
I don't
through a
want
different line.
Yeah. Show up whenever they want shit. And to me,
And their cases get ran first.
yes. Yeah.
Their cases are on the ballot. They're on the ballot, not the ballot or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah.
They're on the fucking ledger or whatever first.
Yeah.
Their attorney cases go first.
Yeah. So if you don't have an attorney right there, you're there all day.
So we're not equals?
Yeah, no. That's why I hate that process, bro. I hate it. I hate that there's clearly levels of respect given and levels to not respect, like levels of fucking of human in there. It's like I'm less human because I made a right on red than
Yeah.
you are because you went to law school. Go
Yeah.
fuck yourself.
You want it, and it's things like that inspire me to I just want to be success. Because the only thing, do you know how people control you in this country? Financially.
Yep.
That's the only thing that could cost you. When I was a kid, I was worried about getting tickets and things like that. I was worried about the cops pulling me over because I couldn't afford a ticket.
Yeah.
I no longer worry about things like that.
I don't give a fuck no more either. Now,
What are
when
you
I
gonna
make
do?
a right and a flash goes off, I'm like, suck my dick. I'll
Yeah.
email the fucking money.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll
And
pay it
it's-
online when I get home.
And it's not because I'm rolling in it.
No.
It's because that's like the cost of doing business, right?
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
don't let them control me anymore.
You don't.
like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
I'm just like, I'll throw you my money, bitch.
Yeah.
Here. Fuck
This is
you.
what they're gonna exactly.
Give a fuck. What is it? $75? Fuck off.
And that's how the extremely wealthy are.
Yeah.
That's why they do wild shit, and they have like they have islands, other places where they fuck kids and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my
because
God.
yeah, crazy.
No.
I've seen.
Yo, there's charges and shit. Like, I mean, there's bribes and shit like that take place all the time in other countries. Like, you can't do that here. Like, just bribe the cop and shit. But
Because we make too much money here.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing: go down to a third world country, get a couple, cut some Nikes on your feet.
Yep.
Woo, it's
Chill,
different.
bro. Yo, and it's like when it comes to like I forget who the fuck it was. There's somebody in like I don't remember if it was a movie or if it was a celebrity in like a dash cam video or something. He was just sunning his cop. Like, you give me my fucking ticket or shut the fuck up. Like give me my shit. And he's like, well, he's like, yo, just go write the fucking ticket. I'm gonna pay the shit. Like, you're fucking wasting my time.
Yeah.
Like, take a fucking walk, yo.
I don't.
Like, God, that's so gangster when you got the money to just be like, yo,
Yeah, and
suck
it's
my
not-
dick,
there's
and I'm
nothing-
not doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So you can't do nothing to me. I got nothing in here. I'm clean.
and we're not saying it's cool for him to disrespect him.
No, of course not. I don't
That-
advocate
yeah.
for that either. He's just doing his job.
Yeah, the guy's just doing his job. But at the same time, and I'm pretty sure I know what video you're talking about.
Yeah,
Don't take it so personal when you pull me over.
yeah,
I did something wrong. Give me my punishment that I deserve for my wrongdoing.
yeah,
Don't want the lecture.
yeah.
Don't want. If you want, I'm gonna treat you like a human being. I'm gonna be courteous to you. I'm gonna call you sir. I expect you to call me sir back, and you just take my license. If you feel like I deserve a ticket, give it to me. If you feel like I deserve a break, give me the break.
Yeah.
I'll take whichever one.
And we're not having conversation.
I don't want
I'm
conversation.
not telling you where I'm coming from. I'm not telling you where I'm going. I'm not telling you anything. All
Okay.
we're going to discuss is this event. That's it. I don't know you, just like I don't make small talk with the fucking guy at the train station.
That happened to me
I don't know you, and I don't give a fuck about what you got to say.
when I was still in school. I got pulled over one day, and I knew better,
Yeah.
but he caught me off guard. So he pulls me over and he starts asking me question after like wow. And it was just like he caught me off guard, so I just kept answering. And I was like, well, I'm gonna pick up my kid. And then I'm stopping. I'm like, wait, why the fuck am I answering your questions?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna answer your more questions.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not gonna answer more questions. Like, why'd you pull me over? Because my tints? Okay, give me my ticket.
Yeah. Give my ticket for the tints. If that's the thing. Don't come over here trying to find other tickets. Give me it for what the fuck you got. I gotta go.
I ended up getting no ticket, and what it was is that my car matched the description, right?
Please.
Quote unquote. Probably wasn't true. They probably just wanted to see who was in there, what was going on.
Yeah,
They just
for
probably
sure.
just looking for more shit. But I ended up getting no ticket, and if I would have fucking had a loud mouth, I would have walked away with the ticket, which I would have earned it, and it is what it is. I don't really care, but I did walk away with no ticket. I just wanted to mention that because it was when I didn't get a ticket, it was kind of like, okay, at least I didn't get a ticket.
Yeah.
But it is what I'm also willing to pay the ticket. So it's a two-way street. I think that if there wasn't that identification of like that's your identity, that it'd be easier for us to commingle in society, right? And
I
it's just a
agree.
job because we're all just humans.
I
Because we
agree.
are just humans, you know what I'm saying? Just because, and like I said, most of the people I know that are cops are pretty good people. They're great people. Everybody I know is a cop is a good person.
Yeah.
what
I
I'm
have
saying?
cops in my family.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
So they're good people. These people aren't bad people. You know what I'm saying? I just think that every industry, there's bad bakers, there's bad fucking DJs, there's bad people in every industry. There's so many terrible people in finance industry.
Oh my
You
God.
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So there's bad people in every industry. Let's not fucking.
Yeah.
Let's not get too crazy.
It's just not other industries are these bad people carrying guns.
yeah, they're not shooting.
That's the only thing that makes it a little scary.
So the standard should be. So the standard's higher, right?
Yeah.
So you can't shoot a dude in the stairwell because he's holding a pack of Skittles.
Did you watch Henry Gracie on YouTube?
Yeah.
All right.
I watch like his recreations and I
His
watch.
breakdowns and shit.
Yeah.
All right. Henry Gracie is a really, really prolific Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt from the Gracie family that started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So, and he's one of the younger guys and he's so legit. He does this, he does incredible breakdowns of like fights, him and his brother. And he was doing, he's all big into training police officers with
Yeah.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's like one of his main things is he's really trying to roll out Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with police across the nation. And he did research, talked to cops all over the place. Bro, you know how much training he said they get in like hand-to-hand training?
Like a week?
4 hours per year.
That's ridiculous. They do more hand-to-hand contact. They're rolling around with people for more than 4 hours a year.
Oh, yeah. Most likely. So he's like, this is criminal. Like, and then we sit here and we look at the cops. Like, why are you drawing your weapon? Because I don't know how to fight. Like, I want a cop to come forward and be like, you know why I pulled my gun? Because I can't fight.
You see that video where the cop fought that dude down south, and the dude was like,
Took his belt off. He took his belt off and he scrapped.
And he started scrapping. The dude was like, why you no, yeah. When they were arresting him, they're like, why you jumping me? He's like, we ain't jumped you. I just washed you up by myself.
That's a gay shit.
He beat him up.
You know, my uncle told me this crazy story. Rest in peace. He passed away. I mean, when I saw that movie, I think it was what was it with Jake Gyllenhaal and that Spanish dude that when they were cops in LA.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about when he scraps that dude?
Yes,
in
you're
the
talking
house
about off shift, the time to shift.
It's like it's like downtime and some shit like that.
Shift almost over. End of watch.
End of watch. Yes.
Yes.
That scene where he scraps with that dude. You know what's so crazy? My uncle told me that story. Y'all, I was a little kid. I'm going back fucking 14 years. 20 years. Easy. More than 20 years. God damn it. I'm getting old. Going back fucking probably 25 years. Something like that. My fucking uncle tells me this fucking story. He's like, yeah. He's like, yo. He's like, this is for real. And then my other uncle, who's friends with one of his old partners, was like, yo, this is like a fucking fact.
This is a real story.
It's a real story.
Let's hear it.
So my uncle was a cop in the city. He was an army paratrooper too in the war.
Oh
and
my
shit,
God.
Vietnam and shit. Yeah, he was crazy. He was from Vietnam. He was in Vietnam. He went and fought in the war and shit. He was like fucking crazy gangster motherfucker.
Those paratroopers are fucking psychos.
Fucking play no games. Jumping out of
Jumps
airplanes, landing
in the dark.
Vietnam.
In the dark.
Yeah, in the dark. Landing in Vietnam in the jungle to go fight some motherfuckers that live in that jungle.
That's
the
crazy.
fuck out of here, son. He was a fucking maniac. But he was so cool all the time. I don't know what was going on in his fucking mind, but he was cool all the time. And the story was that this dude kept calling my uncle pussy. Like while he's arresting him, he's like, you pussy motherfucker. He said, if you ain't have that fucking gun and that badge, I'll fuck you up and shit. Like on that Snoop Dogg shit, like put me in the front seat with him. I bet I'll whip his ass.
Yeah.
Like that kind of shit. Yo, my uncle was like, yo, you want to go? Yo, my uncle takes his belt, gun off, everything, and scraps with this dude in the street. Beat the shit out this motherfucker and then arrested him. He said, oh, the guy didn't fucking say nothing the whole time. He was just mad quiet.
You can't say nothing.
Can't say shit.
That's the most humbling experience you could ever go through.
Yeah, it's to challenge somebody to a fight and they fuck you up.
Get beat up.
Yeah. But yeah, so
there's a difference between people who know how to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. My whole point being with Henry Gracie and stuff is just his just whole thing about just cops not being trained properly, and that's the reason why we end up having these.
Yeah, they need to invest more in training, and maybe it's different. We live in New York, so maybe it's different other places. Maybe it's better in Middle America.
Well, I think
the big cities are just like obviously California. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't really hear about a lot of this stuff happening in Florida or Ohio.
Yeah, I guess. God damn, bro, we did 2 hours, dude.
Yeah, we're at 2 hours. I was just about to tell you.
We did 2 hours.
Probably wrap it up.
2 hours, man. 2 hours and a little more with that little silent
God.
snippet. Bless you.
Thank you.
It's a COVID sneeze, bro.
No.
What's up, you COVID?
COVID sneezes sound like this.
Oh, there's a little different.
There's a cough in there.
There's a different. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for clearing that up because I wasn't really sure.
When people come to my house, I make them eat 3 different crackers, and if they can't tell me which one the salty one was, they can't come in. That's my COVID test.
See, at my house, I make them smell 3 different candles. One smells like nothing. One smells like cherries, and the other one smells like nothing.
Yeah.
So I got to throw 2 in there.
It's like, he's like, uh-oh. These first 2 didn't smell like anything.
You say, wait a minute. I say, all right.
Okay.
Yeah. God damn, bro. 2 fucking hours, man. Episode 9, we're wrapping up.
Man.
Yo, real quick. I just want to throw a big shout out to that bitch boy that's going to thumbs down this video. Why don't you write something so I know who the little bitch boy is that's writing that thumbs
show
down
your
the video.
Fucking face.
Go ahead. And I hope you watch the whole thing because I'm sure it's more entertaining than anything you've ever seen, done, or been involved in your life. So with that said, shout outs to Thumbs Down Bitch Boy crew.
Yeah. And please, if you've gotten this far, thumbs up the video. It really helps us out. We're not joking. There really is this one cocksucker that's fucking up our fucking analytics.
Yeah, but Fuck him.
We ain't gonna let him fucking.
Thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends, man, and stay tuned because this shit's not going to stop. We're 9 episodes in and we're just getting started.
9 episodes in.
9 in and we're just getting started, man.
Counts out.
So here we go. That's it. We out. Masters of None.
Episode 9.